Mr. Pwned, instead of because we're going to have a judge, a prosecutor, and a defense every time. I think the 5 roles we should have are judge, prosecutor, defense, witness, and journalist. I think those are
I
like
agree.
the key 5.
Also remember to mute in Discord so you're not doubling up.
The all right. I get to work on my voices for a witness. Love this.
Get your vocals.
Let me go get some more water real quick. I just finished
No.
my
Get
water
the
bottle.
water.
Why?
Yeah, let me go refill my water bottle. Be right back.
Oh.
But you're coming through okay?
Yeah, we're hearing you. Or is it the wrong mic?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Are you, that would explain it, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we can't hear you at all.
Also, hello, chat.
Why is Dungeon angry at me? Dungeon, don't be angry.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Alright,
My water
There
has
we
been
go.
acquired.
Water.
Water.
What?
My delicious wander.
Yum yum.
We were already running.
Alright, mic checks from everyone.
Hello.
Hello?
Smug?
Yep.
Okay, I can hear everyone. We're good to go.
Well,
I think so.
I am big
Hello,
internet
I am
person.
Lizzylon.
I didn't realize it was unready me when I went to change my outfit.
Yeah, my flavor's already out. Damn it. Flavor ran out so fast. And
Right.
Oh.
Prosecutor, what are your charges?
it's gonna be.
You.
How long did it take us to start throwing paper at me?
It was immediate.
2 seconds.
Did I just get disconnected? What happened? Okay, no.
Sorry.
Here we go. My game went crazy for a second.
Lag spike.
Yeah. We hit the paper plate. Stop it.
Almost there.
Does anybody else find like the people up top like super creepy?
Oh yeah, no. Last time chat was very terrified of them.
Oh Jesus! I haven't actually looked close enough. That is
It's
nightmare
terrifying.
fuel.
If you right click, you can zoom in on them. Blorbo died
Blorbo.
without
Blorbo.
permission.
Wait, how are you here?
Oh, poor Borbo.
How am I defending a ghost?
Yeah, apparently.
I mean,
That motherfucker is not real.
alright.
Uh,
Order! I said order! Ow. That ain't order. This is order.
I'll take a Baconator plain, large fries.
Alright, prosecution. Present your case.
He stubbed his little toe and fucking died.
That is really pathetic. I'm sorry. I mean,
How bad
no.
did he stub his toe? Like,
really bad. Smashed it against a corner.
A corner of what?
Wall.
Objection.
Corner of the wall.
None of us have toes.
I'll allow it. I mean, clearly, if you look at the defendant, he has no toes at all.
Yeah, he's just floating there.
Prosecution, please present your next piece of evidence.
All right.
Toes
These
denied.
broken glasses from when he fell and hit his head.
Attorney, how do you respond?
My defendant is stupid, Your Honor.
Your Honor. Can I attest to that?
Defendant only slightly smarter than attorney.
Hey!
Dumb ass.
Power outage. There was a power outage. With the glasses, they were trying to find the glasses, and when they tripped, they fell on the glasses because it was dark and they already couldn't see. So it was just double bad time. It's not their fault they died early. Just, bad circumstances. Power outages are not fun. Not good for
Objection.
everyone.
Power outages are fun.
I mean, it depends on who you are.
Your Honor, I would like to present this electronic bracelet the defendant had on them.
Freedom with conditions.
Therefore, they could see, and they instead fell on their own.
But wait, I don't think electronic bracelets are connected to.
But like it glows in the dark.
Is it a glow in the dark power bracelet?
Sure.
I was unaware that those existed. This is news to me. Defense.
As you can see here, his phone is broken. It would not connect to the power bracelet. The bracelet would not give any connection if the device it connects to is dead. So it's just kind of a bracelet at that point.
But it glows in the dark, so he
Only if you can open the app with it.
Only if you can connect it to the app. Okay,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
understand now. This power bracelet does not seem very intuitive.
The strap
And
once
more
glowed.
practical.
The strap once glowed, but
Objection.
it's kind of faded out, so it doesn't really help. They don't last long.
Objection.
A fucking boat.
Drifting boat. How do you tie this in?
What's the boat got to do with it?
The boat hit a ramp and drifted into the building, killing said man during
Wait.
the power outage.
So it doesn't have to do with the
Wait.
stubbed toe?
Nobody stubbed his toe in the process.
But he
We
doesn't
already-
have a
we
toe.
already disproved that. He stubbed his toe, though. We don't have
I think
toes.
the reason he doesn't have his toes is because he lost them after he stubbed it so hard.
I don't think any of us have toes.
Well, I was gonna say, what happened to my toes?
Skill issue.
And yours?
So
Fuck.
you're accusing...
I was not born with toes.
Okay.
So let me get this straight. You're accusing the defendant of dying because a boat drifted into the building and killed him.
Breaking
Breaking
news.
news.
Died by non-existent toe.
He died without permission.
So if I'm understanding this story correctly, a boat drifted into the building that the defendant was in, causing him to stub his toe and die.
Yes, that is his fault.
I see. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Defense, do you have anything to say?
As you can see, this credit card, the last charge on it before it was declined for the coffee was to buy a boat, and the person delivering the boat delivered it not exactly the most safe way. So the person on trial should be the person who drove the boat that caused all this downfall, not my client here for dying early. I like to object, nuh-uh.
I call
Nah.
Sad Clown to the stand.
Klein, I think this guy's a load of barnacles.
Why is this clown bougie?
Well,
Bougie?
why are you
What's the
sad?
word?
Bougie? Bougie?
I'm sad because my
Bougie?
boat that I like to feature in my carnival pranks, it was stolen, and then next thing I know, I hear a person has died because of it. I
like you're
can't do
saying that
my
the boat-
tricks to make the children happy without it.
Wait, hang on. Order. You're saying that the boat was not in fact paid for, but was actually stolen?
It was owned by me, Your Honor, and next thing I knew, it was. I usually leave it parked in my outside my storage house, and when I went to go pick it up to run a trick for the kids, it was gone, and then I hear that someone has died because of it.
You bought a stolen boat? Why didn't you vet that beforehand?
Defense. What do you have to say about this boat being stolen and not in fact paid for?
Once again, I would like to cite, Your Honor, that my client is very stupid. He bought the boat, but he didn't know he was buying it from a stolen person because apparently he doesn't know how to vet people
Wait.
beforehand.
The person was stolen?
No, he bought the boat from the person, but the person stole the boat. So the person stole the boat from the clown. He bought it, didn't know that it was stolen when he bought it.
Oh, I understand now.
Yes, you can.
To hear that my boat was used to murder someone, it saddens me so much. Honk.
You
Hold
can.
it. Wait. If you said your client bought the boat, correct?
Yes.
Therefore, it is under his care at the time of death.
Breaking news! Just like my voice.
Request permission, but who gives it?
Submission, but who gives it?
Your Honor, I think this is clear cut.
Your Honor, I'd like to call my
Defendant-
witness.
Is it?
Is in charge of the boat at the time of death due to buying it after someone stole it. Therefore, the defendant is guilty of owning the boat that killed him without permission.
I'd like to call my witness.
Very well.
Thank you for.
Yes, hello. My name is Antoinette. I am a coworker of Blorbo before, his tragic passing. May God be with his soul.
Yes.
I hate it already.
Jesus. Did my client ever talk to you about buying a boat?
Well, I was the one who helped process that transaction. So, yes, I was there when he did purchase the boat. Yes.
Okay. Good.
Any further
Do you
questions?
think it's his fault that he died because the person he bought the boat from stole it and crashed it into his house, causing him to stub his non-existent toe in the dark during a power outage?
Wait, what the fuck happened?
This is the most convoluted.
Just go with
Run that by me again. What happened?
So the person that he bought the boat from stole the boat from a clown, crashed it into his house in the middle of a power outage when he didn't have his glasses on. So he ended up stubbing his toe and dying. His non-existent toe, mind you. Just, ghost toe. And died. And this gentleman across from you is suing for him dying early.
He
Am
died
I still
without
getting paid for
permission.
this?
Yeah. No. I'm going to sleep.
Hmm.
This give me a headache.
Going to sleep.
Okay, so you're asking me, would he be guilty if a certain someone stole the boat and caused him to be killed because of it?
Yes, that is the question. Would you say
He
that
was in
Klein is
charge of
guilty?
the boat at the time.
Well, I mean, it was still in the delivery part, was it not?
Indeed.
That's like
That is
saying
correct.
That's a good
if someone ordered. That's like if someone ordered one of those like fancy replica swords off of the internet. and then someone uses that sword to commit murder. I mean, does the person who bought the sword guilty of committing murder, or is it the person who, you know, committed the murder?
They should
My
have
question
been
is, at what point do we
stabbed.
consider the boat to be delivered?
Oh, I'd imagine
it
the
would
boat
be
was
when it
delivered
re-
when it went through the house, but I mean, that's kind of when everything happened. Delivery,
point.
Was
I mean,
delivery
delivered at the
caused
point
it.
of impact.
I guess
Yeah.
the question is, was my boss aware that it was delivered properly, and was it signed
Right.
off? Did it show in the delivery order that it had been delivered, or was it still in the process of being delivered?
Well, I
I
don't
thought
think
you were the coworker.
I don't think they could sign for it when they're dead.
Well, I mean, you know, some delivery apps, like I use a lot of DoorDash. It
You
usually
would.
shows like when something's been delivered, and sometimes they don't even need you to be there to receive it. They just drop it off and leave it. Like that's how I get all my Sephora, you know?
I've had enough food stolen from me from DoorDash. I understand how that goes. It's not trustworthy.
So I guess, did he have it delivered as hand it to me or leave at door? It sounds like this was definitely left at the door.
I feel like these are questions the prosecution should be asking.
Right. Prosecution, go ahead. You know, I'll pass the torch. Go ahead. You do. Gee,
Your Honor,
this is screwed. You're over. You're
shut the
done.
fuck up.
It's
He wasn't
like-
even there.
Come
Why are you telling me to shut up?
on.
How dare you?
Oh, Butch just got
Oh,
I just.
smacked up.
Okay.
How dare you?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I put too much time into my makeup to get hit.
An opened package, meaning they already received the boat.
Through the wall.
Packaged?
Yeah, and when they opened the package, it. Yeah.
I'm about ready to pass. Oh, I was just about to ask if the news had anything else to say.
I know this
He
is
died
down.
of
This
an
is your
untitled
go.
serial ghost. I'm ready to pass my judgment.
I-
I put the defendant not guilty.
Woo!
Oh!
Should not have won that case. That was the
Yeah.
most convoluted thing. Jesus.
I had
I
no
don't think
idea
telling
like
the
what
judge
the fuck
to
to
shut
draw
up
for
helped
that.
your case.
I can't.
Alright, I want to be on defense this time.
I'll prosecute you.
Oh, Foof is my opponent. I love it.
Chat, who should we
Guess I'm the only
prosecute?
witness.
Bring it on, Foof.
Prosecute Steam for causing
Ready.
a delay.
The hydrate?
Just, I'm certain everyone knows I can be a bit unhinged when it comes to defense, so I'm excited.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, today I found out you don't have to do E and select your emote. You can just press the number.
Yeah.
I'm curious, did the new like map for this game come out?
It should have.
I think so.
Yeah, we should have
Your Honor,
like
I
four,
should immediately
four
win the
maps now.
case. I got a paper plane behind the creepy children.
Let's see if I can get one. There's two up. Also, why do children in the courtroom? Jake is
Stay.
accused of being too.
We're accused. Okay.
All right. Accuse the food.
How the fuck are you supposed to defend that? Alright. Alright.
Don't ask me why I have that image.
Order,
Why do you
order.
have that image?
Alright.
I said, don't ask me. Ow.
Good day, gentlemen, ladies, non-binaries, and cardboard cutout children that are fucking spooky in the audience.
How do you know they're
Might
children?
be a cardboard cutout.
Today, they look like fucking children.
They do. Look at that one hair. He's
today-
got Butters from South Park going on.
Today we are here for the case of steak being too red. Prosecution, would you like to begin with your opening statement?
I'm gonna dunk on you.
Your opening statement, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, clearly, as you can see, the defendant is much too raw and needs to be cooked more. And I am accusing them of being too raw and being a health risk to the consumer.
All right, defense, your go.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Dunk on them.
when it does come to cooking meat and making sure
Dunk
that
on
it
'em.
is prepared to satisfy a consumer's needs, there are multiple different types of different food temperatures, ranging from medium rare all the way to well done.
Very.
I believe my client here is on the side of medium rare, perhaps a bit juicier than medium rare, but I do not wish to qualify them or put the label of being too red. I actually wish to conclude that my prosecutor here has horrible taste in meat and prefers it well done compared to the beautiful medium rare. And as such, that is perfectly what my client is and is ready to be served to the finest of diners.
I am going to be 100% honest. I did not hear a single word of that.
Yes, all according to
Prosecution,
plan.
you may go.
Damn it!
I would like to present my first piece of evidence.
Proceed.
Where did it go? Ah. This massive black cloud, also known as smoke. You see, when the steak was being cooked, it started to emit this black cloud, showing that the chef wasn't able to see just how raw the steak still was, and thus he took it off of the grill too early. I rest my case.
Defense, you're allowed to go.
All right.
The steak was clearly
I-
too raw and not ready to come off of the grill.
You just finished your thing. That's the defense turn.
So I was just
I wish to
reiterating.
present a burnt wooden spoon to show that, in fact, while the chef was taking care of the food, the oven and the stove that they were originally cooking it in, as you know, when it comes to cooking steak, you start with it on the stovetop before finishing it in the oven. Considering the state of the wooden spoon, it was in the stovetop just long enough for it to get that beautiful char on the outside before the chef, even through the smoke, being able to pick it up and put it in the oven to finish it on the cooking, so that way it was fully prepared to be preserved to the chef. Obviously, while Gordon Ramsay may have gotten mixed up with a different steak, this refire is fully ready to be served to its proper
Nah.
customer and ready to reach the pass.
Nah, he lying.
All right. So the one issue that I am noticing about this case is questionably what is too red. First off, for the chef, prosecution, do we know what was asked for?
Well, clearly it was a well-done steak. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, would we?
I mean, there's different types of steak. It doesn't have to be well done. for it
Well,
to still be
as you can
red.
see, the steak is accused of
Any
being too
red.
red.
Any red in a well done steak is technically too red.
Exactly. So, as you can see, the steak is being accused of too red. So the fact that there is any red at all shows that the steak was not prepared to the customer's specifications.
Is there any other evidence you'd like to provide?
No, but I would like to call my witness, the one who ordered the steak.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
Would you please state your name and occupation for everybody?
do I have to?
Yes.
Okay. I am the mail woman. I deliver mail.
Mrs. Mailwoman, would you confirm that the steak that you ordered, the steak currently on trial, is too red?
It looks a little bit too red to me.
There you have it, Your Honor. My witness, the one who ordered the steak, has claimed that the steak is too red.
Cell phone found remnants of steak cooking fire.
Yes,
clearly the
it
chef-
seems somebody put their cell phone in with the steak, put it down, texting while cooking, and that is why the steak was not done, apparently,
No.
according to sources.
This is firm evidence that the chef preparing the steak is not up to the standards we should be holding steak chefs.
I have an objection.
Carry on.
No.
For you see, the one at the pass, the one who may have judged the order as being too rare, was actually found to be an imposter.
Kidding me.
No.
And I believe the order that was sent to the mailwoman was actually the improper order. So while my steak was made medium rare for the proper order that it was made for, I do believe that the one running the pass was actually a fake meant to set up my steak to be delivered to the wrong customer in order to make it look bad.
Objection.
Well, it may have been made for the right order.
If that's the
I
case,
do
then where's
believe
the
it
real
was-
order?
I do believe it was purposefully the wrong order in order to endanger our reputation and my client.
Objection. Then where's the real
That is-
order?
That is damning evidence.
That's
Or,
for
well,
your
that's a
person at the
damning-
past to
damning
figure out.
accusation.
Your little placed Ramsey, who clearly had fake highlights and a toupee to make himself look like Gordon Ramsay.
Then I shall provide my next piece of evidence. This little black notebook clearly states the orders and where they should be delivered to. And as you can
Ah,
see,
crap.
my mailwoman witness clearly ordered a well-done steak, and the steak that was delivered to her was medium rare.
Exactly. Your client was ordered a well-done steak, and while we had a well-done steak ready to send out, the person at the pass sent out the medium rare steak. The person
And
that
where-
you planted.
Then where is the medium well steak or whatever? What's the steak that she ordered?
It was well done.
You have the burden of evidence, my good sir.
Prosecution, I just want to mention that you talked about a medium well steak, but it was a well done steak you mentioned?
Well done.
beforehand?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Breaking news. McDonald's banned from hosting steak cook-offs. Steaks were quoted too raw.
Don't know how that relates to this case. It wasn't at a McDonald's.
It was. Probably.
Bruh, I have higher standards than that.
I didn't mean to do that. Oops.
Defense, do you have any other questions for this witness, or do you want to call your witness to the stand?
I absolutely do, mailwoman.
Yes.
Why
You
do you
said you had
mailwoman?
mentioned you wanted a well-done steak. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, the important thing is that if I may be able to present evidence. We actually had a box of steaks ready to go, including one of them made being well done. The order was never presented to us, so if you would like, we can still have the steak prepared and ready to be made well done, and just for you to be delivered. And don't worry, the house will cover it free of charge because of the complications that you had with your order. I do apologize.
Yippee.
Your Honor, I believe the defense does not have the right to make that claim.
Hold
We
on, I wanna
actually
hear
do,
about-
considering how one of my other clients is actually a chef there. So I do have the outstanding power to help out where need be. That is basic customer satisfaction.
Objection! I have evidence to prove that the steak in the prepared steak is not actually well done. This
Go ahead.
overused eraser clearly was used to make the steak look more brown than it actually was. Yes, that's how erasers work. Don't question it.
I,
Prosecution.
Your Honor, is this normal? Like,
I promise you, this is exactly how an eraser works when used on a steak.
That is not how an eraser works on the steak.
It is, I promise. Go
Prosecution,
grab a
do you have
steak
any-
and try and erase it.
Do you have anything else further for your witness?
Justice Katana.
For the witness?
witness, get behind me. They're trying to kill you.
This katana was used to cut the
Used to cut
steak
the steak.
prematurely.
It was used to kill the cow.
This katana was used to kill the cow.
Not the cow.
No.
The cow's blood is still on its hands.
Oh my god.
Exactly. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Defense, do you
Clearly,
have anything
the
for this
defendant is
witness,
guilty.
Or do you want your own witness?
Please pass judgment at your earliest
Uh,
I said
convenience.
no.
I appreciate your help, and your well done steak will be prepared, and it will come free of charge. I thank you for your help. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you. I will be expecting that steak.
Of course, it will be made.
Your Honor, this is bribery of the witness.
I was about to say, Your Honor, that's
Okay,
clearly
but, like,
paying off
I
the
like
witness.
The bribery.
Well, I mean, if you're
This should be handled after the court.
on accident, that's
Oh,
just key
bribe.
customer service, being proper to our guests.
Bribery.
Uh.
This is not a guest. This is
I'm
a witness.
calling your witness to the stand.
Of course, I would happily
Oh,
present
hello.
and the doctor.
Oh, what is this goo?
Yes, it is I.
Doctor, would
No.
you say that this? Oh, sorry, it's not my turn. I apologize. I'll just take a nap.
No, doctor, in all of your time of, I apologize. Of all your time being, how many years have you been a doctor? If you don't mind me asking.
I've been a doctor for 20 odd years.
20 on years. And in all of your time of 20 on years of being a doctor, I'm assuming you've experienced cases of food illness, such as eating raw meat, salmonella, as it's known.
Yes, that's correct.
And you would say when people experience salmonella, it causes horrible symptoms that, even in the worst cases, can sometimes lead to paralysis or death.
That is
Objection, Your
correct.
Honor.
Usually it results in food poisoning.
Exactly. So when it comes to it, you would say that it is a chef's job to be responsible when it comes to cooking meat. So that way we can prevent that. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. That is why they have those little footnotes at the bottom of the menus.
Of course. And it seems like my opponent has something to say. I will let you. I will let you go.
Dunk on him.
You go. I will let my opponent speak.
I just wanted to present on the topic of ill-prepared food. This expired ketchup that was served alongside the
Oh my god.
clearly ill-prepared steak, showing that regardless on whether or not the steak served was the correct steak or not, this ketchup clearly shows that the chef has no interest in preserving the health of his customers.
You know, if only I didn't have evidence to go against this.
Where's this evidence keep coming from?
For you see, Your Honor, if I may present it.
Nah.
Meh.
Your Honor, the witness seems to be bashing himself in the head with his own face.
Nuh-uh.
No.
My mistake, sorry.
Wake up.
Your Honor, if I may present evidence.
My mistake, I'll just go back to
Sorry,
sleep.
I got distracted.
No problem. You see, my chef found a letter that stated near the pass where your imposter was planted to apply expired ketchup on the plate that not only didn't match
Wrong.
the steak itself, but was supposed to go with the side itself,
Incorrect.
that it was placed in order to endanger the life of
Lies.
your own witness, the male woman.
Nope.
So not only did you swap out the steak that was meant for your male woman, the
Why are
well-done
you
steak
accusing
with
me
a
of all of
medium
this?
rare one, you replaced the ketchup with expired ketchup in order to endanger her life.
I didn't do that, the chef did. Why are you blaming me?
Because it was you who planted the imposter at the pass to give him the wrong steak.
No, I didn't.
How old was this ketchup?
That is
Not like
all
expired, was
that
it?
is all baseless accusations, Your Honor.
Prosecution
Except there is
not
clear
expired.
evidence. Yes,
Expired enough to
essentially
not
the
be
male
servable.
woman was given expired
Your Honor,
ketchup
I
to
actually
go
have-
inside a
You think-
fries.
I have
So
the amount of
I-
time. It says here in my
Clearly,
notes,
if you look
6
at the,
months old.
ketchup bottle, you can see that it is 10 years out of date.
Oh, I didn't read the year.
That's
Oh,
fucking concerning.
shit.
So, as somebody
But-
who has like history in the food industry, anything expired is definitely not servable. 10 years is fucking drastic.
It fits for McDonald's hosting
Look,
this competition.
This entire case is drastic. The defendant clearly needs to be put away.
But that's the thing, Your Honor. The prosecutor hired an imposter
No, I didn't!
to go into the kitchen
You have
and not
no
only
evidence.
swap out their own witness's
You
steak
have no
with a
evidence.
medium rare. They did it for a full bank account. They took bribes.
I'm
in
a
order to
prosecutor, of course
plant-
my bank account is full.
But that's the thing. You needed the money, so you planted someone inside the restaurant in
I'm a
order
prosecutor.
to
What do you
make
mean I
us
need the
look
money?
bad. You're damaging our reputation. This is all your fault. Your
Your
plan
Honor, I'm a
to
prosecutor.
break down our restaurant.
I'm a prosecutor, Your Honor. I don't need the money.
Ignore everything for the fall.
Or wrong in hand. There we go.
So, Your Honor, my closing statement is simply this. The prosecution planted an imposter inside of our restaurant in order to not only present the wrong steak to their own witness, the male woman, but they also swapped out the ketchup to go with their garlic seasoned fries into expired ketchup to either endanger or even worse, kill our witness, their own witness.
Your
And
Honor,
as
the
such,
defense
our
is
steak that
insane.
was made to go to the proper customer was in fact not too red, but was perfect for another customer, but was swapped out in order to endanger their witness.
Prosecutor, are you okay not having a closing statement? Because there's some things I want to say.
I mean, you can still say things, and I can still have a closing statement.
I kind of know what I fucking want to do.
You want to put away the steak for being too red, and also the defense attorney for being insane.
First of all, I need to talk to you about why we're having this at criminal court when this is clearly a small claims
It's
case.
food court.
Food court.
We're in the back of the
Because someone's
mall.
life is at danger. That's why we have this food
But
court.
also,
If you
I
walk out the
need-
if you walk
I
out those
need-
doors, you can clearly see the J.C. Penney's across the way.
I need fucking records of their like whoever like was the health inspector for this shit.
There wasn't one. That's why we're.
It was
Why we're
McDonald's.
here.
There definitely was not
Where is
one.
where is the regulation?
It's McDonald's. There was
Where is
none.
Also, why is this going on whenever like this could have clearly been handled by like fucking cooking a steak for a little longer?
Exactly. Clearly, the defense attorney is insane.
Clearly, I'm doing what's best for our customers.
I think what's best for your customers is for you not to be in business if you have 10-year-old ketchup.
Exactly.
It was planted. It wasn't ours.
No evidence.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We
You're
literally
guilty.
have inventory records to show we went through everything yesterday.
No evidence. None. I
Okay.
asked them.
In the case of like the steak being too red, if it was
Hey.
well done that was asked for, or you want to go?
Your Honor, can you
Yes.
bonk the news person for me? Thank you. That is all.
Do you want to go before I make mine?
All I'm gonna say is that the defense attorney is making baseless accusations against me,
I have provided all the evidence.
and I have provided counter evidence. You're insane.
Okay. So I want the record to be shown that there will be like further investigations into like what's going on, like health regulation wise, because that should definitely be inspected. But in the case of like the steak being too red, if a well done steak was ordered, I am sorry, but if you have any red on a well done steak, you're guilty.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so dumb.
Yay! I win.
That was some high stakes we had there.
Wow. So important to know that I guess there was just no winning that case.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Because I even presented that the steak that was made for the customer was right and it got swapped and it's like, yeah, no, the wrong steak was made. My entire argument was just ignored.
That in that
Because
case,
you started spiraling to a conspiracy theory about me planting evidence.
Bro, I got like a... I'm so done. I'm so done. My goodness.
in that case, I think it still also falls like onto the company's fault for giving the customer the wrong steak. Even if different things had happened where it wasn't like the company's employees and it was planted. If we go based on like a previous case, Iron Man was still like held for negligence.
True.
Actually rigged. I'm so done. That was so rigged. I'm done. I'm out.
It's okay, Dungeon. You get to prosecute now.
Well, I don't want to be prosecutor. I don't want to be on a case right now. That was just. I'm so frustrated.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry.
Dungeon,
Came
now
up
you get
with
to make the case be rigged.
No, I don't want to do a rigged case. Rigged cases are the worst ones.
I didn't even think that the case was rigged when I put it up. Clearly, someone paid the judge off.
Oh right, the bank account full of money was actually Katsu's. F off. I'm so done. I don't want.
First Katsu was a floof. Now Katsu's paying people off.
No, Katsu's being paid off.
Oh, even worse.
Even worse.
Oh god.
Like, literally, the journalist was completely against me too. All three were against me.
Now you know what it's like to be Phoenix.
Yeah, and you still present everything right, and still like, yeah, the case is not in your favor.
Dungeon, you don't got plot armor.
Damn.
Oh,
Whoa, 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 where are we? What in the...
I think this is the new one.
Mom?
Ooh, map.
Man, help! I'm in
Ma'am, I'm
space.
scared.
Bonk.
No, you're good.
No, wait.
Oh, wait.
Wait, what happened?
Chuck's
See
game
if you
crashed.
can rejoin.
That's not food. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
The defense is left defenseless.
You can apparently have breaking news before the round even starts.
Does it count toward your counter?
Yep.
Oh. I feel like they need to make that a setting we can change to up like the counter for that.
Let me remake it.
All right.
I'm gonna remake the lobby, so just rejoin me.
Everything's falling apart. Part. Let's go. Turn everybody back up. Turn everybody back up. Turn everybody back up. Everybody back up. All right. Well, while we're in this intermission phase of getting a new lobby set up and everything, this game's fun. I love this game. I have no clue what I'm going to do as the witness, though. I suck when it comes to the improv stuff. It don't work for me too well, but I enjoy being here doing the stuff. Oh, I'm going to be a horrible witness. All right.
Waiting on one more.
All right, I have a good idea for a case.
Very good.
Like, I'm honestly afraid to do another case after what happened in the last one.
Hey, it lasted longer than the Kylo Ren one did.
I think we're waiting on one more.
Waiting on Floof.
Floof.
Oh, thank you, Tensei, for the follow.
And Floof just disappeared from the Discord.
No! Oh, wait, did
Floof.
Floof's internet just die?
That would suck.
Yeah. Welcome in, Raiders. And yeah, she left the shared chat too.
My computer froze up. Oof.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
My entire computer froze up, so I had to restart.
I am decent at Guilty
Oof.
Gear.
I'm launching everything up again.
I have a Guilty Gear tournament coming up.
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Who do you play?
Abba.
Hmm.
Who do you play?
Zato.
Ooh. You don't see
I'm
a
not
lot
good
of
with
Zato
them, but
players. That's what they all say.
Things launched back up.
Tournament is in a collab server. Oh my god, you're one of my opponents. That's why. You're pre-scouting me.
Okay, I think we are back.
I
Right.
don't believe Sunshi. I'm not gonna kick your ass.
Alright, I'm back. We're back. Everything is fixed.
all right, ready to suffer.
I will take pride in being a wild.
Wow. Okay.
Card.
All right. I
Yes.
think I have plenty of time to build up a case, and I think this might be a fun one to dispute. We're going back to
Right. I think we're good. Everything looks good.
Yep. Everything seems to be going over.
Ooh, missed. Nailed it. Nailed it. I can't be stopped.
Ooh, he threw something at me.
The floof.
Bonk.
I'm being abused.
I should not be given this position of power.
all right. Let's do this.
Alright.
Too much power.
Team
Oh.
Rocket, theft, stalking, Pokemon endangerment, and evading law enforcement.
Very interesting.
Would you like to bring your opening statement?
Why, yes, of course. You see, Team Rocket has been a very, well, let's just say, shady organization for most of the time being, and for most of it being here. And there have been multiple counts from key witnesses as well as law enforcement about some of the charges coming forth to Team Rocket and some of its key members. Some of them can include theft, stealing products, or such as stealing items in order to either use them or hold on to them for
Thank you
profit.
for the follow.
Stalking. Have been launching a single Pokemon, a Pikachu of all, for extended periods of time in order to one day capture it. Pokemon endangerment. They are known for endangering a lot of Pokemon in order to advance their goals of capturing just a single one. And then whenever law enforcement either goes to investigate or find out about them, they always evade and move somewhere else. And they refuse to answer any questions. So we, the people, have come forth to put Team Rocket to justice.
Alright. Defense.
Your Honor and court, the accusation that is against
Keep
Team
your children
Rocket
still
is
here.
absolutely slanderous and has no actual truth, as you will see through the evidence and from my witness, is that the story is completely different.
Damn, so many people sleeping. Alright. Prosecutor, would you like to present evidence for the court?
I would. So the first thing I wish to challenge is the theft. Seeing as how Team Rocket is known for making away with products as well as never returning them. We'll start with a cheap ring that was found at one of the sites that Team Rocket had encountered. Unfortunately, what was used to be a priceless ring was replaced with a cheap ring, a knockoff that was purchased on Wish. One to made look similar to the ring that was stolen, and instead it was a fake ring. A cheap one that was made to replicate it in order to look like the real ring and throw off.
Oh shit. Defense, do you have a rebuttal?
I have evidence if you would like to present it. If let me present.
Alright, go ahead.
So, in the
Bonk.
case of how, first of all, Team Rocket is being accused of stalking, this is a dusty landline phone where anytime that they show up, they have been called personally by somebody to pick up that Pokemon. Now, Team Rocket may be accused of thieving and stalking, and yes, even Pokemon endangerment, but all of this is false allegations. Team Rocket actually cares about their Pokemon and all Pokemon. They take care of Pokemon. Why would they endanger Pokemon whenever they love theirs own so much? Whenever they get called to take a Pokemon, it's because that Pokemon is not in a safe place or is in a condition where its health and needs are being met.
That is
Think
an
of it like
interesting point.
think of it like an animal organization where you find like a stray dog on the road that's hurt and needs care and love, and you call an animal organization to come pick them up, and then they find a loving home for that animal. It is the same thing, Your Honor.
You might not want to say animal organizations because there's a certain animal organization that does a lot worse than that.
Weeda.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that one.
But see, when you compare Team Rocket to an animal organization, then you have one that's very similar in actions.
Hang on.
Kind of are setting up a bad case.
Hang on.
If
I'm
I'm
gonna
I'm
on-
talking
give
about
the
like I'm talking
prosecutor
about like
a
the
chance
adoption
to-
one,
Burritos.
not that one.
So many
To
burritos.
show off some more evidence.
Of course. So I've only tackled one of the cases, being theft, and my opponent here seems to have not even brought that up or denied the claim that the ring was false. So
That's true.
I will just
I ate it.
consider that
I ate
and
it.
go to the
Did you
next.
say you ate the ring?
I ate it. It was in my burrito.
I wish to go to the stocking, and I will bring an overfilled
This is witness
mailbox.
abuse.
This
Correct.
overfilled mailbox was recorded by one of the people who had a Pokemon that Team Rocket was after for extended periods of time. Letters listing bribes to try to take the Pokemon, and at worst, threats of force against the trainer who had that Pokemon to take it by force. So, is our witness okay?
I had a lot of Chick-fil-A.
I think the
Are you
answer
sure?
to that is no, but that's not relevant to the case.
Right. I'm sorry for getting distracted. I was looking over to my left and I looked a bit worried for him. So yes, the overfilled mailbox was filled with letters of not concern, as our attorney here would claim, but they were instead letters of bribery, ways to try to coerce the Pokemon from the trainer's hands, and even worse, threats of violence if they didn't give it up. And there was also records that I would like to point out as long stares in the subways when the trainer would be moving from area to area, and they would catch goons in Team Rocket attire, watching their every move and
kind of goons?
following them in order to maybe
No.
snag the Pokemon away from their trainer.
Okay.
This is clear stalking of the trainer and just complete erasure of privacy in his life. He has to constantly be looking over his shoulder to see if one of those goons will be following him.
What kind of goons?
I would like to call the prosecutor's witness.
Ah, yes.
Wait, you can do that?
My boss. The boss of Team Rocket. The one who I was able to bring here myself.
Actually, I'm the boss of Viridian Gym.
Oh. Humble apologies. I seem to have been wrong on... Yes, thank you.
Those one and the
May-
same.
May you state your name and occupation?
My name is Giovanni. I am the
Oh.
gym leader of Viridian City's gym. I am a
Um.
ground type specialist.
Yes, and Mr. Giovanni, you know of the state of Team Rocket, am I correct?
Yes, very much so.
And if I recall correctly, you've heard of other cities and their gyms being attacked by Team Rocket's goons. One of them even taking slowpokes and cutting off their tails to try to sell them for monetary gain.
Yeah, I've heard that happening in Johto. That is clearly out of Cantonian district jurisdiction.
Yes, of course. I am just bringing it up to reflect Team Rocket's guilt when it comes to Pokemon endangerment.
Defense, do
they-
you have something to say?
I don't have anything to ask the witness, but I do have some evidence I would like to put forward.
Go ahead.
This is a disturbing email from Misty to Team Rocket talking about how Ash pushes his Pokemon too far. This is just one of many instances that has happened with Team Rocket where they have been reached out to and have been known trying to intervene to help make those Pokemon lives better.
Alright. I'm gonna call your witness to the stand to attest for that.
Hello, I'm Nurse Joy.
Hello, Nurse Joy. Any of the Pokemon that I have brought to you, what would you say that their care was before Team Rocket had acquired them, and then after Team Rocket had acquired them? Was there improvements?
Well, you see, Team Rocket doesn't usually bring their Pokemon to the Pokemon centers. They usually care for them on their own. They tend to avoid using public services as much as possible.
Prosecutor, do you have anything to say about that?
First off,
So I would like to say that clearly their healthcare is quite significantly improved as opposed to how the public might view them, as otherwise they wouldn't have the need, or they would have the need to bring their Pokemon to the Pokemon centers.
now,
The fact that they don't need to bring their Pokemon to the centers shows that they take very good care of their Pokemon.
Prosecutor?
do you think... Now, Nurse Joy, in all of your years of being a...
Breaking news.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So clearly by this breaking news, there have been records of Team Rocket following one of my trainers who have come forth to make this case, Ash Ketchum, the famous gym challenger himself, and Pikachu, his trusted companion, being followed by two Team Rocket grunts themselves, Jesse and James, and their partner, Meow.
And every time they are trying to find an opening to take Pikachu away, because Pikachu is a rare Pokemon. From what we've seen, there haven't been many Pikachus spotted in the wild. There's only like 2 known records of Pikachu. That's Ash Ketchum and Lieutenant Surge, who has the evolution of Pikachu, Raichu.
If
So
I may,
Pikachu is
Objection. That is false. There have been more accounts. Continue.
I would also like to say that there are Pokemon servers that run entirely on Pikachu power.
That is true. Defense? Do you have anything to add?
I would like to say that, first of all, Team Rocket has a bank full of money, right? They're using this money to go traveling the world, and it just so happens that every time Ash Ketchum is there. It is not stalking, Your Honor. It just isn't really coincidence, for the most part, unless they are specifically called to go try to do welfare checks on said Pokemon.
8 seasons, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a coincidence, Your Honor.
Alright, well, I guess there isn't evidence against that. Prosecutor?
Yes. Well, the important thing is that while that many times meeting up together just so happen to being in the same place as one another, how many times do you need for it to no longer be pure coincidence and then it turns into full-on stalking?
Maybe
Like there
4 or 5 times?
Like there has been
I'm being assaulted!
Don't worry about it.
Your Honor, can I make a quick statement, real quick? It's just a statement.
Go ahead.
Considering that it is a world building as the story goes type of situation, the rest of the world wasn't developed yet, nor was it created, so therefore the world was very small. Therefore, more chances of coincidences.
You
That is
bring
it.
an interesting point.
Your Honor, I would like to test a theory that the prosecution is actually a Pokemon. Can we throw a Pokeball at him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ow.
He appears to already be owned by another trainer.
What?
Bonked. Again.
Did the witness try framing me as a Pokemon multiple times and put me in an unwinning situation?
Maybe. Moving on. Defense.
Your Honor,
We
I
gave
wish
the
to
judge
try
too much
this.
power. We must overthrow him.
Oh shit, bring
Your
it
Honor, I
on.
wish to
Yes,
try
Your
this
Honor.
witness as racist against Pokemon?
Which one?
Team
I'm
Rocket
two
and Mr.
witnesses.
Fuji make new Pokemon. Oh,
That Mewtwo
you would
tail
like to
was
call the
excellent.
witness to the stand?
Wait, what? Which one? Who?
I do wish to call the witness to the stand. I wish to know about how Giovanni is connected to this breaking news.
Hello, I am Giovanni, not to be confused with Team Rocket Giovanni, completely different person.
You see, I would
I
be
am clearly
inclined to
the gym
believe
leader.
that. I wish to believe that, witness. If I didn't have your search history here, saved with login information, that
You
shows
shouldn't have
you
access to
logging.
that, that's illegal.
Well, with the help of private detectives, everything is available on the internet
That's
whenever
illegal.
you post it.
Your Honor,
So, we were able to find
Everything's
connecting
legal if the police aren't
information
around.
between
Your Honor, I'd like to have
Gym
this
leader-
taken from the record.
gym leader Giovanni and
Oh,
Team
well.
Rocket president Giovanni being in
completely
fact
different
the
people.
same person.
Nope.
And
Wrong.
do you have evidence tying them together?
Well,
He
it's
doesn't.
actually all in their search history that shows their connecting
doesn't.
login information, that shows
He's
Team
lying.
Rocket records, as well as operations in the field, as well
Your
as
Honor, are you
his
safe search? You shouldn't have
cover-up
access to any of
by
this.
being in the gym and being the leader of it.
So he is acting as both, one as a cover-up, and one to maintain his position as Team Rocket president.
Defense, what do you have to say about this?
Your Honor, this is all news to me.
Defense, too slow. Prosecution.
Saying too slow. Yes, Your Honor.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Defense.
Your Honor, I have nothing to defend. But yeah, I have nothing to defend that.
Prosecution.
So,
You have any final statements?
why, of course. So, Mr. Giovanni, we've already found your connection to Team Rocket.
This false connection that doesn't exist because I use safe search.
And judging by the
way, safe
news,
search doesn't
do you
mean
have
safe
more
can't be-
information
yes,
on
safe
this
can't be found.
Pokemon
Yes, it
you've
does.
created at Mount Fuji that is currently causing chaos?
Mount Fuji?
No, you're
Mr.
connecting
Fuji.
with Mr. Fuji making a new Pokemon.
At Mount Fuji in Japan.
May you have more information on this Pokemon that you and Mr. Fuji created?
What
I
is
would
this
like to state-
adorable little thing?
I would like to state that at no point did I ever travel to Mount Fuji.
What is the adorable thing in the news article?
That's Ditto.
That would
Oh
be
my
Ditto,
God.
a Pokemon that can change its shape into any other Pokemon.
Your Honor, is there any
A failed
laws
clone of
barring
Mew.
the creation of Pokemon? I would also like to present evidence real quick, if that
I,
is.
good
I would
question.
like to state
Go
that
ahead.
there have been multiple other Pokemon
This-
created
this is a
by
diary
scientific
entry.
research.
This is a diary entry from one of our police officers in the world, and it is definitely 100% saying that there is no actual laws or regulations that they are really paid to enforce, because they just don't really exist that much.
But
I've
I do
just
have a
been
statement I wish to make.
informed by my chat. Oh, breaking news. So generally ties it. Oh,
Are we
I've
going
just
by
been
manga?
informed by my chat that
Are we going by
Giovanni
manga rules
has
here?
I
been
did put a little manga,
replaced
yeah.
as gym leader. Is this true?
Depends on what universe we're in.
That's a good question, Your Honor.
I did make this convoluted.
Shit.
I didn't think this
that.
through either. The lore is expanding a lot more than our case was meant to expand, sir.
If we're going by universe logic, then yes, multiple gym leaders are affiliated with Team
Witness,
Rocket.
present your case.
Well, I've already
My case?
presented the case with our witness that they are in fact connected to Team Rocket.
Let them talk.
No.
Okay.
He's
Give
wrong.
him
I'll
a
let them-
chance.
Present your case.
My case?
Yep.
What case am I presenting? Am I the defendant or the prosecutor?
Both.
I have to. What?
You have 10 seconds.
Team Rocket is innocent.
Good enough. You can go back.
Team Rocket did nothing wrong.
All right. Can we have closing statements?
Oh wait, I was your witness. I should have been on your side. Dang it. I suck at my job.
Nah, you shared enough evidence,
Pokeball.
Mr. Team
the
Rocket
Pokeball.
president.
In the Pokeball.
Does either side have
Capture
any
the
more
sock.
evidence to present?
I would like to say that it's perfectly legal
I have
for
no evidence, Your Honor.
people to genetically create their own Pokemon, as with the Genesect.
Not gonna lie, bringing Pokemon into this world is kind of fucked, but I guess there's no rule against it.
Scientists also frequently recreate extinct Pokemon, such as Kabutops or Ammonite.
That is correct.
But the main important thing to focus on, Your Honor, is that if we look back at precedents of court cases, creations, employees of the
Hey, Honor.
of the
Open
one
your
being
mouth.
charged the one being charged is still the one at fault. So
Perfect
if Team
fit.
Rocket created a Pokemon and the Pokemon causes chaos, is Team Rocket not at fault for endangering not only other Pokemon but
Objection.
the world?
This isn't what this trial is about.
That is true.
This is still, it's Team Rocket putting people and other Pokemon in danger, creating Pokemon and causing chaos.
To be fair, it is about endangerment and breaking laws.
If I had another one, I'd be doing a thing
So-
about Team Rocket doing shadow Pokemon stuff. But I only have the
So
So
three.
my final
That was
statement,
Team
Your
Rocket,
Honor,
was it?
is that throughout
Yeah.
the trial,
How's Team Snag'em?
we have proven that Team
Yes.
Rocket has not only
But in,
committed theft
Go, they have it as
of
Team Rocket.
Oh, you're right.
of not
Yeah.
only
Add
items,
another universe.
but rings
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
jewelers in order to finance themselves, but also stocking trainers for their Pokemon and threatening them in order to gain control of them, and then at worst causing chaos on a planet degree by creating their own Pokemon and causing chaos, and judging by court precedents such as Tony Stark and Batman, with Tony Stark being held liable for the actions of the Joker, and then further precedent
The
showing
Joker,
I
as
was robbed in that jury.
What
trial?
does this have to do with the case?
it shows that Team Rocket is still responsible for what the Pokemon that they created did, that the chaos it's doing. They are still
Objection, Your Honor.
responsible for what that Pokemon has done.
Tony
Thank you
Stark
for your
did not
closing
create the Joker.
statements.
Batman did.
Defense? Closing statements?
Your Honor, I just want to remind you and the rest of the court that, for the most part, any of the stalking done is merely coincidental of
What
the
about
world
Peter?
being expanded and having very limited areas
Oh,
to go.
Peter.
Just
Your
like
Honor,
Ash,
Peter Griffin is not a
they
Pokemon.
wanted to explore. As for the quote-unquote theft,
Your Honor, I'm
I
being
remind
abused.
you that a
Correct.
lot of it was them being
Correct.
reached out whenever calls for concern of
Your Honor, you're under
Pokemon's
arrest.
welfare and well-being
No.
was called into question and had them do checks to make sure that the Pokemon were okay. Team Rocket absolutely loves Pokemon, absolutely cares for them, takes care of their Pokemon, and makes
Your
sure
Honor,
they
you're a
all
bitch.
have loving homes. As for the evading law enforcement, do we really even have like a set guidelines of laws within this world? Like,
Yes.
Pokemon creation is not even
Digimon?
against the law.
Digimon, digital
There is
Pokemon
no-
creation is not
Pokemon are
against the
the
law.
champions.
Correct. That is correct.
And furthermore, was
Your Honor,
Ginny
I confirm
really
that no one in
trying
this
to
courtroom is a
arrest
Pokemon.
Team Rocket ever?
Yes, back in what was it, 1998?
But she never arrested them. She never even truly tries, Your Honor. Are they even really breaking the law if she doesn't even try to do her job?
She certainly tried, but they were good at evading law enforcement.
No
No,
adults
they're
can
act-
ever
We
do
don't
their
even-
job in
we-
Pokemon. Only the
we
10-year-olds
don't
can for
have-
some
We
reason.
don't have a set law.
Your Honor,
that
I
rule,
propose this court move to the case of Officer Jenny being inept.
I like to sue all the adults in Pokemon for letting the little
Anyway, Your
kids
Honor,
do
they're
all
not
their
guilty.
work. It's child
Except for
labor.
Larry. Larry did nothing wrong.
Yeah, Larry's just trying to survive. Leave my man Larry
Witness
alone.
as witness, not as witnesses, but witness as witness.
Huh?
What do you have
What?
to say?
What? Want to run that by me again and this time in English?
I think I had a stroke.
Okay. All I
smell
have to say is I
toast.
think this judge is having a stroke.
I smell toast.
Correct.
And also he can fit a paper ball in his mouth.
Yummy. All right, I will deliver the final verdict.
Lord help us.
I would like to say that Giovanni should have been the defense's witness. That would have worked so much better.
Giovanni did defend a lot.
It was very hard to be Giovanni and prosecute Team Rocket.
Yeah, there was a lot of evidence stacked against.
He can just pin it on
Alright,
his kid.
final
It's fine.
verdict.
Not
How the
guilty.
fuck did I win that one?
What?
Team Rocket gets away with it again.
Don't know either.
They avoid the law yet again.
Fuskill.
Is it on purpose at this point?
Smug was Officer Jenny all along.
Smug was Officer Jenny.
Oh wait, do I have to be prosecution again? Oh shit.
Oh, I haven't been to...
Here, do you wanna?
Oh, we lost dungeon.
No.
Where did dungeon go?
Everyone's dropping like flies.
Dungeon?
Dungeon!
Dungeon was kidnapped by Team Rocket.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Dungeon?
I'm just not gonna try anymore.
Hey, Dungeon's back.
There he is.
I'm just
I
not
swear
gonna
it
try
was
anymore.
nothing against you. I swear. I have no bias.
Where am I? Oh, I'm the def...
Ah, yes, I'm the judge.
That's okay. Wait, I just realized we're in King Arthur's court. And we're in King...
Uh-oh. My game's acting weird.
Dunk on him. Oh, hang on, I'm processing.
Is the game working again now? Yeah, it's working fast again.
Yeah, we're good, I think.
Cool.
Katsu,
Everyone can be bonked.
Katsu, Dungeon, Smug, we all here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I think we're all here.
You're prosecuting yourself.
Yes.
Interesting.
I'll allow it.
Your Honor, my client looks like a goober.
Your
Prosecutor.
Honor, that's in my favor.
That's in my favor.
Collusion?
Collusion. Your Honor, this is stacked against me.
I'll allow it.
Your Honor, I'm being abused.
Yeah, you are.
Let's see. What do we got here?
Let me read my evidence.
Your Honor, I have these leaked DMs
Oh,
I'm
Smug.
screwed.
being way too silly.
Why did I take this case?
She a goofy
what-
goober?
What?
She a
what
goofy
exactly
goober
do these
indeed.
DMs say?
The DMs.
Please tell me. Please tell the court what these DMs
It
say. I
seems,
can't read them.
Smug has fallen asleep while prosecuting herself. Smug.
Your Honor, I'd like to plead not guilty as the prosecution has fallen asleep.
Nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
No, no.
Your Honor, I'd like to plead heterochromia.
True.
What?
I'd like to
Your
plead
Honor.
heterochromia.
I would like to present
My defense has two eyes of different colors.
Oh,
through
that's what that means.
leaked DMs. I would like to present Smug's Twitter profile. If you check in the description, what does it say?
Does Twitter exist?
Yes.
No, it X.
Hmm.
It has the word silly in there.
Yes. Well, let me look at this evidence real quick.
Ow.
Sorry, 1 second. There's bad connection in this courtroom.
Your Honor, I'm being abused by paper.
I'll allow
Your
it.
Honor, I am abusing.
I will allow it.
Wait, if
Why is
I'm
it okay to
abusing,
abuse
does
the
that mean
floof?
I automatically win?
Not yet.
Your Honor, I would like to plead insanity.
Your Honor, I am
I
insane.
I am looking at the Twitter for Smug, and I do not, in fact, see silly on there.
Yo, we collided paper balls.
Hold up. Hold up.
Are you looking at her Twitter, her X, or her Blue Sky?
I am looking at X.
Your Honor, I have evidence to provide.
Okay. One
Fuck, I removed it.
1 second. You may
Sorry.
provide the
I
evidence.
have this
I didn't say
business
anything.
card where it clearly does not have the word silly in it.
It's true. There's a lot of missing silliness in here. Miss Smug, what do you have to say? Prosecutor.
I would like to reiterate that we plead insanity.
Noted.
I have this overused eraser.
Leave me alone.
There is no way she can read and write, so how would the eraser be used so much?
Objection. Objection, Your Honor.
Yes.
She can't usually, with your own words, you say she can't read or write, which is why the eraser has been used so much. Clearly, she's been erasing all of her mistakes.
That's a good point. Prosecutor, your rebuttal.
I'd like to call my witness to the stand.
Ah, yes. 1 second.
Witness, witness. John Truck Driver.
John Truck Driver.
What you want, kid?
How do you know this woman?
They're a Twitch streamer. I like to keep VTubers on in the background while I'm driving.
Okay. And what have you noticed about this specific Twitch streamer during most of her streams?
Oh,
Best way to explain.
1 second.
Breaking news.
Smug asleep at court.
Sleep in court.
Nuh-uh.
That is excellent art.
It does seem to be, in
love
fact,
it.
true right here, right before our eyes.
Nuh-uh.
Wait.
Gonna wake
Your
Smug
Honor,
up real quick.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
If Smug is the prosecutor, then who's my defendant?
Also Smug. Anyway,
Huh?
back to the prosecutor.
Why are there two Smugs?
So, John Truck Driver, what have you observed during these streams?
Simplest way to explain is unhinged. Like,
And
Unhinged
maybe
is
a
Would
clearly
few
you
not
gold-
silly.
would you classify Unhinged as silly?
Nah, silly requires being funny.
Oof. That's an oof right there.
Listen, I like classic
Your Honor,
American humor.
Can I
You know,
resign
like
on the spot?
Your own witness has destroyed your entire evidence, your entire case.
Bruh, you're supposed to be on my
Listen,
side.
I'm just a fan of classic American humor. You know, Someone barges into my door. I got a musket loaded. I missed one of the intruders because my pistol's accidentally smoothbore, nailed the neighbor's dog.
yes.
I resort to the cannon mounted at the top of the stairs, loaded with great shot. Tally ho, lads.
Your Honor.
They prefer when they've
Kill
yeed
the
their last
witness.
haw. What was that?
Oh,
Bring
you think you can hit me with a
the
hammer and
defendant's
silence me?
witness to the stand.
Yes.
Sure thing. That was the wrong thing.
There we go. And who
Hi.
may you be?
I'm quite nosy. I'm a nosy janitor.
So, would you happen to know anything about this silly individual in front of you?
Oh yeah, I've been all in her room.
No, I move to have this witness excused from the court.
No,
Good.
I know a lot. You don't have to remove me.
Your Honor, the witness makes me uncomfortable.
Yes.
You know, I remember when my sister told me.
Your Honor, thank you for the bonking.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
There will be order in my
Fair
court.
enough. Fair enough.
All right. Prosecutor, do you have anything else you would like to do, or should I pass it to the defendant?
Nope, I don't have anything, I don't think. Let me look. Actually, I do have
I
one
have
piece
this
of evidence.
broken contract.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
This contract was void the moment she started being too silly for Twitch.
Twitch does prefer silliness to
Objection.
be minimal. You may
I
speak.
have this broken... I have this broken vase that she knocked over.
Well,
Clearly someone who is that silly wouldn't break a vase so important.
Your Honor, I
I
don't own a vase.
Not anymore, you don't. But also I have this cut cable showing that she was
No.
unable to stream this whole time.
No! It cannot be.
the silliness has taken over. I do not know what to do anymore. Prosecutor,
I've been pelted in
what
the face.
what
Your
do you
Honor.
do?
The defendant is crazy.
Yes, correct. We have been pleading insanity.
Yes,
That was
that has
crazy
been
once.
accepted by the court at the very beginning.
And what do they say when you are crazy?
Not guilty.
They lock you in a room.
Oh no.
But we
The,
also
the
say not
defendant's pretty persuasive. I don't know, that not guilty sounded
a
pretty
rubber
good.
room with rats.
Ah, but
You
the
know
rats will
the
make him
rats
crazy.
make me
And do
crazy.
you know what
Okay.
else happens in a rubber room?
Why has this witness not been arrested yet? Where's
I
the
would
guards when
like
you
to
need
find
them?
one
Arrest me,
I have
okay?
another piece of evidence, Your Honor.
The
Oh.
rubber room is where the silliness happens.
Hang on. Go ahead.
No, the rubber room where they
My
put
witness
grippy
has been
socks
seen
on you.
spending
Okay,
eternity in
okay,
the
that's
loo.
enough from that witness. I'm sorry, defendant. You were saying?
My witness has been seen spending an eternity in the loo. And clearly, someone who is silly would not spend so long a time in the loo.
Your witness?
Well, I mean, last time she was
Not my,
in
not
there.
the witness, ignore the witness. I meant my client.
Okay.
I
My
have
client
been
has
in
been seen
all
spending an
of
eternity
it.
in the loo, contemplating all of
I
life's
don't want to know about
mysteries.
that.
Objection! Wait.
Okay,
fuck.
I'll stop.
What is the...
It's a
Objection!
yeah, it's 0. There you go.
You have the floor.
Are you aware that your client has a medical condition?
Are you?
Oh, I think he's got you
How
there.
do I answer?
Are you aware that you have
Do
a
I-
medical condition?
I'm aware I have one medical condition. I don't know about...
Is the medical
your
condition
medical.
silliness? Because I will not let that one pass as evidence.
No, the medical condition is called POTS. Therefore, that explains why they
breaking
spend so
news.
much time in the bathroom.
Prosecution versus the defense.
Spider-Man meme.
Therefore, That evidence is void.
I feel like all evidence today has been void already.
Your Honor.
I do have one more piece of evidence.
No. Oh God. How'd you come
I'm
back?
in here
How
again.
did you
Get
come?
him away! Get him away!
Oh,
Get away
God.
from me.
No, no.
All right, now can I be of assistance?
Fuck off.
Wait, why are you telling me to fuck off? You know, I'm just trying to be of help.
Why did I pay you to be here?
Your Honor, the defense just
You didn't pay
admitted to
me.
Put them back. It's not going to be helpful right now. I don't know what to do here
Your Honor,
anymore.
I have one more piece of evidence to prove that my client is insane.
Go, please.
This expired ketchup that she has been seen drinking regularly.
Is this the ketchup from the court case with the steak? How does Smug have
She's
that?
only 9 years old.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was about to have a problem.
Clearly, my client is insane because they drink 9-year-old ketchup straight from the bottle.
But you could say another word for insane is being too silly.
They got a point.
Uh,
Look how silly they are with the stars around their head. What are they, a cartoon?
But, Your Honor, you are the one causing that silliness, not them.
Your Honor, I plead brain damage.
I feel like I've got something right now.
I swear to drunk, I'm not God, Your Honor.
Oh,
That's what I'm
jeez.
talking about.
How does the
Your
witness
Honor,
become both?
my closing statement is that my client is clearly insane, and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to press that one that time. What was that?
as is the
Your Honor,
prosecution,
that
who
pleased me. Can you do it
is
again?
the same person
Yeah,
as my
sure.
client. I
Sorry.
taste my best.
I can't inspire.
Your Honor, he might be the attorney might be drunker than I am on the road. That changed something.
Oh, God.
Your Honor, you're currently muted
Your
right
Honor.
now.
Oh, I'm
The
not
defense
muted.
is sleeping. And I win no matter what.
The
Can this
defense
case be
is
over?
unconscious, Your Honor. You've hit them too hard on the head.
I just, I
No!
can't.
Impossible.
My face hurts. Oh my God.
My work is done.
That was just chaos. It was pure
I'll be
chaos.
right back, guys. I'm gonna grab dinner real quick.
Okay.
Alright. Oh my god.
Good. The one where I'm the judge is where all the chaos is.
To be fair, I saw my witness lineup and I'm like, I'm gonna have fun with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Also, I didn't mean to actually roast or anything, Smug. I just saw it. And I'm
No,
like,
you are perfectly fine. I do not mind. I do not mind at
Okay.
all.
okay. I just saw trucker and I'm like, I have to go with the drunk American trucker.
Oh,
He's to eat his
this game
last
is
haul.
so good.
I just think I need turns away from the defense and the prosecutor because I think I can still play witnesses, but just like after those last two cases
And you know,
with me
I
on defense and prosecutor, I just got frustrated.
Honestly,
I don't know how I lost.
The steak was raw.
To be fair, I don't know how I lost. My defense that my client is insane was flawless.
All right, I'm ready
That's
to have my
crazy.
mind broken in multiple ways. Let's see how this goes.
It hasn't already been?
Nah,
No. Mine
I
has.
got frustrated, not annoyed to the point where it's like, all right, I'm like really leaving.
Oh,
If that happens,
Yeah.
I won't say anything,
Gotcha.
or I'll say I'm sorry and probably dip. That's usually how things go. If it's like, all right, I need to get out of here. I'm getting like too heated.
fair enough.
Fair.
Usually I just need some time in the tank, and I think seeing those witnesses, I'm like, all right, I can do something with this. Did you see the face of the nosy janitor? That's why I went with like
Yeah.
the
Try not to
sinus
look at
spill. I saw it. I had to go with like the sinusy voice, which is just me retreating into my throat. Hi, my name is Dungeon. I'm feeling quite well now. My throat hurt there.
Not gonna
Like
lie,
the face-
I threw myself on there on a whim. I'm so glad it paid off.
Ugh. Oh man. I don't know why. I just love the witness role. I like flexing a few voices I can do.
Mm-hmm.
This could
And it's
work.
like witness, I get to flex too. I am simple man. I see voice acting, I say fuck it, why not?
For real.
Okay. I think I know what my case is gonna be.
You have had time at the tank.
Indeed.
Also,
Not gonna lie,
I see
this
the
game
map.
is probably helping me get better at improv because I suck.
Oh, why do you think I've
Um,
been avoiding the defense and prosecutor and witness groups? It's been after the
They're
first one, I was
usually
like, I
my-
don't know.
Defense, prosecutor, and witness are usually my three favorite roles, just because I get to improv and voice.
I like watching the improv. I'm not good at it, so every time I'm in one of these roles, I'm just sweating bullets. Like, oh god, what do I do?
Me too. You are not alone there.
I think me and Floof are like the two big improv people when it comes to like coming up with shit on the spot.
Even then, I still stumble over whatever I'm saying.
I mean, so do I. I'm not flawless. Why do you think I said Mount Fuji, not Mr. Fuji? Is that not clear indication of my?
Give me an idea.
We just need to have a round where I'm the bailiff, Katsu's the journalist, and the other three are just whatever role you guys want to be at the top there, and just let it play out. No witnesses.
No, last time we had a no witness round, I actually had a brain aneurysm. I think that was when I think that's when Pwned brought up the case of Mario being tried for committing mass genocide on toads.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I love that one. That's great.
And I had a damn brain aneurysm because I'm sitting there like trying to process all of it, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on?
That reminds me, we were supposed to do a part 2 of that with Luigi on trial for the ghosts.
Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario sucking up the souls of the innocent, trapping them in a vacuum. The souls of the toads that his brother murdered.
Oh my
Always
gosh,
gotta
they're
link
in
back.
cahoots. Mario kills him and Luigi sucks him into a vacuum, and then Luigi gets a mansion that Mario can live in.
There's a reason there's no witnesses in that trial. They don't leave any. I just now realized there's a random button.
Button. Where did Cat go?
Oh, I didn't even realize I didn't ready up. That is my beef.
Oh, I didn't know you were here. I thought you went somewhere.
AFK.
Yeah.
Me too.
Alright, let's
Import file.
Oh my god, it is
Oh,
so weird
wait,
being
this
on
is-
this
this-
side.
wait. I'm on the screen.
You're on TV.
Oh my
What?
god.
Wait, yeah, the screen's up above and the screen's
Okay,
behind.
that's cool.
We're on a talk show.
On a TV. No.
TV show.
What are they called? The
Game show.
not
Game show.
What
Yes.
about a gay show?
Oh, it's a TV court case or whatever they are, like Judge Judy.
Yeah. We're on the Judge
Or
Judy show.
not.
Oh, this is gonna be so.
My image that I saved did not want to work, so I have to go find another one.
Why am I the one always being abused?
Because fun.
Because it's funny.
Accurate.
Ouch.
Yes, I did in fact silence Mug so I could finish the sentence for them.
Damn it. Your Honor.
The
this is
power of
unfair.
the gavel is in my hand.
You're
At
on a
least for once.
collusion.
Anyway, in 𝒒𝒂𝒃 we trust.
Yes.
I'm
Mugshots. there we
curious
go.
as to what the case. Oh wait, it's pwned as prosecutor. My head's gonna hurt.
No,
after this, isn't it?
It's not gonna be another Mario repeat. We're okay. That'll be for another time.
Honk. Me.
Shnu, hung, shnu, hung, shnu, hung, shnu. Smoke, what music you listening to?
Why are these all web?
Bro's headbanging.
The actual image.
Oh my god, look at the TV.
Yeah. We're listening to Elfeld's fight theme. The heavy metal.
Yo, extras.
Import file. Why?
For
I
some
love
reason, I've been
extras.
listening to a lot of
Who's theme?
Perfection Can't Please Me. Jacko.
That's right.
Yeah, I.
New follower has arrived.
Thank you for the follow. This furry tells one dad joke.
Thank you for the follow as well.
You know what? I'm ready for the dad joke. Share it.
Nope.
You know what? Dad joke. You're gonna tell your dad joke, and the people in
Try this one.
court are gonna rate it.
Also,
Yeah, I was a former Jacko main,
Ah.
but I've kind of swapped around. But now I've settled on playing Zato, and it's been a lot
Fair.
of fun learning his combos.
If you couldn't tell, I started by playing Bridget. That was my introduction to Guilty Gear.
will this image work? Okay, this
So,
one works. Thank
I
God.
know how good Bridget can be.
Bridget is fun. And then I played Bedman.
Brigitte?
And then what?
And then I played Bedman.
Ah, yeah. Bedman into Bridget so bad.
My Bedman is probably still the best of my characters.
Mm. Yeah, I have another friend who mains Bedman and Dizzy as their characters.
I can play too many characters, but typically I stick to Bridget, Bedman, and Abba.
Yeah, for me, I've been sticking to Zato just because the stuff. Here's the thing: when you're playing Zato, the things you learn with Zato don't apply to any other character,
Yeah, that's true.
and that's what I like. I like playing the unique character, and Zato is definitely the unique one. He's the only puppet
Not
character.
gonna lie, Bedman is kind of that way.
Just to forever to get an
Ah.
image that would work.
I know, I think that's you too.
I love it. I don't know how long you were in the tank for this one, but this is the best case I've ever seen. All right, Phoenix Wright's on the stand today for abusing plot armor to win court cases.
How the fuck did you do that?
All right, this is cool. Okay.
Objection.
Let's start. Let's get order in the court. Let's get in session. We will start with our prosecutor over here. Don't present evidence yet, but you may do your opening statement. Put him on the stand. Let's see what you got.
Yes.
Boo,
So
bring
this
out the evidence.
Mr. Phoenix Wright is an attorney prosecutor. He is constantly trying to use his plot armor to win the court cases. He will pull evidence out of nowhere. He will
The hammer.
somehow talk his way out of any situation that makes no sense whatsoever, and the court just kind of allows it to happen, and it caused his opponents a great deal of mental distress throughout the ages. And
Objection. Phoenix Wright has plot armor, therefore I have to declare him not guilty.
shit. Well,
Yeah, wait a minute. We didn't think about that.
I'm willing to let the case play out.
do nothing. He's gonna send a hitman after me.
Not guilty, but I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, you got my curiosity. I
Yeah.
want to hear how Phoenix Wright has abused his plot armor. So
That is all for me, Your Honor.
All right, with your opening statement, go ahead and your defense.
Your Honor, my client has been in law for quite a long time.
I don't like the
therefore-
look he's giving you.
What do you mean?
When you turn your head a little bit, Phoenix got that. He's got them eyes.
He knows he has plot armor. He can be smug about it.
He's like, yeah, you can stop it. It's
You
alright.
could be smug.
Didn't even realize.
I didn't realize this.
No way.
Dang, I
The
have
plot
plot armor
armor. I gotta sleep. I gotta take a nap.
Nah,
Your Honor.
it only applies to the man named Phoenix Wright.
Damn, guess I gotta change my name. Your Honor, my client here has prosecuted many cases with his own evidence. And
Are you sure
has
he's
put in a
prosecuted or
great-
has he defended?
Wait. Hasn't he done both?
He has done both.
Have you not
Oh, has he?
done research on your defense?
Yeah, there's been episodes in the
He's done
games where
both.
he's been on that side, the
Wait.
prosecutor side.
There has?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I thought there was only a side
Nah,
game where you
he's-
play as
he's
Miles
more
Edwards and you gotta
often-
prove people are guilty.
I don't know. Hang on. I'll look it up real
Yeah,
quick.
I know of that. I know of the Miles Edgeworth side game where everyone that's being presented is guilty and you have to find a way to prosecute them. And it's technically the prequel to Phoenix Wright's game.
Your Honor, I've played his
Oh, I
Eternal
guess so.
trilogy.
I remember
haven't
very
played the
clearly
trilogy.
him doing a prosecutor thing at one point, and it just was like really weird. But I guess it didn't happen. I think I had a fever
I
dream.
did.
Oh, it says right here, Phoenix Wright has never been a prosecutor.
I knew it.
Really?
Yeah.
Your Honor, this is bullshit.
Well, wait, but if you click down here on this link, it says, wait, I just lost it. I seen it and I clicked it and it's gone.
Your Honor, I'd like to
Is
Oh,
he considered
Daisy.
tampering with evidence?
In the game, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright briefly does become a prosecutor.
There it is. Yeah.
He
There
takes on the
we
role of
go.
chief
Oh, it
prosecutor.
was hidden
but
behind
it's
the
a temporary
spoilers, so I couldn't
position,
find it.
and he doesn't remain a prosecutor long term.
So he did, in fact, do it at least
But
once.
He has had experience in both defense and prosecution.
Your Honor, I'd like
Therefore-
to plead oopsie daisy.
Your Honor,
Oops. Daisy.
bonk the witness.
Your Honor,
Sorry,
don't do it.
please.
Your Honor, you know better.
Damn.
My work here
Your
is
Honor,
done.
I'm holding you in
Anyway,
contempt
so
of
yeah.
court.
So we can confirm that yeah, Phoenix Wright was only temporarily a prosecutor. I still find that pretty cool.
That is cool.
So
My client has many years of experience in law on both
Mhm.
sides.
well, he's only been a temporary prosecutor only a few times. So I would think he does have experience on both, but it's mainly on the defense attorney side, on the side that you're taking, Miss Muggs. So
Bro, why are you not doing this case?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Phoenix Wright has also been a defendant multiple times in the series too, so he's familiar with this position.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, I'm getting a drink. I'll be right back.
Of course, take your time. So, I think with opening statements out of the way, your opening statement, what was your, allow me to ask, prosecutor, your opening statement was that,
He abuses his plot armor to get his way every time,
Your Honor, I've
and the
returned with
court somehow
liquidation.
allows it to happen. He just comes up with random stuff and throws it in, and it just works.
Your Honor, this drink is delicious.
Mm. Hydration.
and defendant, your opening statement is,
My statement is that Phoenix Wright has plenty of experience in law, therefore he has defended his clients through skill and not plot armor. Skill and knowledge.
okay.
Your Honor,
All
can I
right.
ask your opinions
With-
on Dr. Pepper?
Somewhat,
Dr. Beeper.
I would say it's good.
Oh.
I don't drink it a lot, but we do have news from our journalist. I can't be guilty. I'm the main character. That's a really good drawing. Okay.
It was.
I love Katsu's drawings. Yeah, Phoenix Wright.
He looks
Phoenix
so
Wright
smug.
is the main character of a few games.
Mhm.
He's not the
Most
main
of them.
character in all of them, such as in Apollo Justice. Apollo is the main character, but then you also have, like I mentioned, the Miles Edgeworth game, where Miles was the main character as the prosecutor. So he is technically the poster child character, but he is not, in fact, the main character.
Your Honor, I'd like
I
to
am
also
sorry,
point out
journalist.
he had
Phoenix
an
Wright
anime,
in a fighting game.
He did, in fact, have an anime where
and
was
he
the main
did.
character.
He
That
was
is
in a
correct.
fighting game too, but he was not the main character in that. But I think he's getting too big for his britches, spreading himself too thin.
To be fair, if he can hold up against people like, now that you mentioned the fighting game, you have characters like Dormammu, who can bend realities to their will in that same fighting game.
Plot armor's
still
too
holds
strong.
his
Mr.
own.
Bargain.
The plot armor's too strong.
Okay, that could be a good be a good agreement
Mhm.
or a good arrangement as
Mhm.
to the plot armor being too strong. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll start covering evidence. We'll start with our prosecution.
Yes.
Please start with your first piece of
No
evidence.
problem.
Or if you have multiple to chain them together, feel free to present your evidence as you will.
Okay. There is some of these cases that he has won with. He won with a friendship bracelet made out of noodles. How does that do anything to help any kind of case whatsoever? Yet somehow he won the case using that. And there was another time with a city frozen of red lights. How can he possibly whatsoever use a city's little traffic incident to make claims? I don't see it. And the third one, Your Honor, how does a torn comic book do anything to help? All three of these he has won cases with. I don't understand. The plot armor is too strong. That none of those should work for anything whatsoever, except for, being used against him, obviously.
Okay. So you're saying that he has won cases, a friendship bracelet, city frozen in red lights with the traffic infrastructure,
Mhm.
and then a torn comic book. You say that all of these three are used as past evidence in court cases were used to help Phoenix Wright win those cases. Am I
Yes.
correct on this statement?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of them were provided,
might I-
mind you, by his associate, Mia. I think that's her name, Mia.
Mia,
Yep,
that is
Mia,
correct.
yes. And I
allow
just
me to
don't
pull up her
understand
full
it.
name because I do want to pull up her government.
Yes.
Mia Fey.
Mia from Mia Fey. Yes, thank you, witness.
Yes.
Mia Fey, who has seen herself on the defendant stand multiple times as well,
Indeed.
some for murder while sleepwalking.
I think we all do a bit
The
of
three
that.
cases you bring up in particular, the friendship bracelet, the city frozen in red lights, and the torn comic book. There's what I want to bring up in particular, do you have the specific records from the friendship bracelet incident?
Let me see
Because if I
here.
recall correctly, the torn comic book related to a samurai anime and comic where one of the managers put on the outfit and committed murder.
Yeah, actually,
in which she was able
I have
to-
the katana right here from that case.
Why
And
do you have
also,
that?
all the data you need is stored on this old computer that the judge held. I don't know why he had it on such an old computer,
Objection,
but
Your
it's
Honor.
there.
How does he have that?
That's a good question. How did you come into possession of that katana?
That judge is not the brightest. I literally just asked him, and he said, "Yeah, okay."
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Well, I
Honestly.
mean, you can't be that. but
Honestly, that
did
judge
you-
should be on trial right now.
Yeah, honestly, that judge
Yeah,
just
but
no.
we are looking at Phoenix Wright right now, so while unfortunately I can't put him to
Hey, yo.
well, I can't put him to court, I can bring Phoenix Wright to the stand and allow him to speak. But I appreciate all of this evidence, and it has been recorded. The katana and the torn comic book being connected, and the old computer. But with that, we will go
Three
to
of
the
us on the same
defendant.
song.
These are a lot of claims saying that Phoenix Wright has won his cases by mostly sheer luck and very vague connections. Do you have any evidence to provide against this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you would like to start presenting it.
Here I have this little black notebook.
Is that the Death
Phoenix
Note?
Wright.
On Death Note.
No way!
All right, continue on.
This is Phoenix Wright's notebook.
Okay.
Every piece of evidence he picks up and finds, whether important or not, he writes it down.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And clearly in here, it links each of those pieces of evidence to the case with proper reasoning as to why.
Okay.
Some
okay.
maybe have not as much importance as others, but wouldn't you say it's better to present all of the evidence you have rather than only some?
Ow.
That is a fair statement.
Your Honor,
Mhm.
I would like to call Miles. No, that's not Miles. Fuck. I would like to call the judge to the stand.
What, the judge is here?
Former judge to the stand. The one who we've acquired the old computer. Am I correct?
Yes.
Then we will bring out the old judge and we will let him talk.
Judge, wake the fuck up.
I'm sorry, I'm old.
I understand.
Will you please state
No.
your name and occupation?
I'm the judge.
I don't think we ever got his name in the game series.
I am Judge Judge.
John Judge.
Understood.
I reside over all the court cases that Phoenix ever has done and or will do.
Now,
All right.
Judge. Do I just call you Judge and I call you Your Honor?
I am currently Your Honor. You may call him Judge.
Okay.
I am
Judge.
judge, jury, and executioner.
Wow, yeah. The judge's real name is never
No, no,
revealed.
no,
At one
that's my
point,
role
Phoenix
right now.
obtains the judge's business card, but he cannot read it because of the stylized handwriting.
I have a
That's
very
crazy.
elegant handwriting.
Judge. In any of the court cases, you've been in plenty of court cases with Phoenix, right? Correct?
I've been in many, yes.
In any of those cases, were you swayed to either side prior to the court case?
I plead the fifth.
Your Honor, you're not helping my case. Wait. I mean, Judge, you are not helping the case.
Bong bong.
Your Honor, you're giving me brain damage.
No, I'm doing light taps. If I wanted to cause brain damage, I would do this.
Your Honor, you're giving me drain damage.
No,
So-
you're just being a baby.
Nap time?
Your Honor, can I switch teams and we put the judge on the stand? On the defense?
I will say that many cases I have been confident in giving the defendant a guilty verdict until Phoenix has swayed me to pass a non-guilty verdict
Are you
with
Are you
thorough
saying
evidence
you're-
and concise evidence.
saying that you are biased against Phoenix Wright?
I'm not saying I'm biased against Phoenix. I'm just saying that the cases he takes on seem very cut and dry.
Would you say
I'm-
that my client here provided enough evidence and knowledge of law in order to sway your opinion one way or another?
For the most part.
Your Honor, as Judge said, this is pretty cut and dry.
Well, I mean, the important part is that with the connection between the manager who had taken inspiration from the comic book and used the katana to actually kill someone, well, you run to a case that is not a very cut and dry case. That one in particular seems a bit convoluted. Well, I think like one of his first ones when he was trying to help his friend against that very rookie lawyer, that prosecutor. I'm talking about his first one. I can't remember the specifics of it. Well, that one may have been cut and dry, but there have been times where I have seen, from just watching, Phoenix Wright solve some very difficult cases, like the person who got pushed off the roof and
Your Honor.
fell. But
May I ask a question?
of course,
Would you, as a judge, would you be disappointed to know that any single piece of evidence is not given within the proper court case? No matter how small.
well, the most important thing is being concise with your evidence. If you just throw everything out all at once with the proper context, then the evidence was this meaning.
But Phoenix Wright has been shown, Phoenix Wright has been shown to bring up the evidence at the proper time and the proper place.
Hmm.
Therefore, I think it could be concluded that Phoenix Wright has won his cases due to his knowledge alone and skills as a pseudo detective to gather the evidence he needs.
Very well. Prosecutor, would you like to speak to the former judge at all?
No, I will thank you for the old laptop, but other than
I
that,
will need that back.
oh, don't worry. You can ask the other judge for that after this too. He might give it back.
All evidence that actually goes through our court is submitted to the police,
Hey, you'll figure that out.
and it's held in the evidence chamber there. So you'll have to go to the police if you want to get that laptop back.
You get an evidence chamber? We only get an evidence jar.
As I
I'm
said,
so
Your
sorry
Honor.
for your court. So
That's why most of the prosecutors and attorneys get their evidence with them. We don't get to hold much evidence.
hmm.
One time our courtroom was bombed.
I remember seeing that in the records. Was everyone all right?
Yeah, we all died. I mean, we all lived.
Wait,
Wait.
I'm very
I-
old.
I see. Prosecutor, any further questions?
I would like to state that Phoenix has never led me to a incorrect verdict before.
Okay. That's relatively important. I thank you. Prosecution, any further questions?
How do you know? How do you know it was? Oh no, actually, what am I saying? He plot armor. He wins every time. That's all for this witness, Your Honor.
Very well. Judge, thank you for your time. You may go back.
I will say.
I think the judge had
Hey, how you doing?
Open up. Oh.
I
Judge,
will
what
say
will
that
say?
he does in fact have plot armor. I give
Oh.
him 3 strikes before he's out, but then even when he's out, he still always comes back somehow.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's final important information. All right.
Witness, open your
would-
mouth.
With that stated, prosecution, would you like to call your witness to the stand?
Yes.
Yes, I'll call my witness.
All
Oh,
right.
close.
Ma'am, may you state your name and occupation for the court.
My name is Gardenia. I'm a gardener.
All right.
Wait.
Prosecution, take it away.
I've been hit in the head by a piece of paper. I feel weak.
All right. Who's throwing paper?
Your Honor, it was the prosecution.
I
Don't
plead.
like liars in my court.
I plead paper.
What do you mean?
I witnessed you both throwing paper.
Yes.
I also witnessed the journalist throwing paper, but I can't bonk them. They're responsible.
I haven't been throwing paper. I've been drawing.
I know.
Paper.
I've seen a paper thrown from once or twice, but it might just be the fact that I'm blind.
Thank you for the follow, Mascombs.
Now,
Now.
Prosecution, begin with the witness.
Yes. You've been part of a few of these trials with Mr. Wright, have you not?
I have.
And would you not say that his ability to come up with evidence at just the right time and just destroy the trial and win flawlessly is a little crazy, to say the least?
It is absurd.
No more
All
questions,
that
Your Honor.
evidence should have been presented to the judge
Your Honor.
beforehand.
Got a good
Objection.
point. No more questions from me, Your Honor.
Breaking news.
Objection!
Objection!
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
All
Your
right,
Honor.
let me go for it.
The prosecutor has stated that Phoenix was able to win in a landslide. But from my perspective, there have been mistakes
the
here and there.
prosecution
Phoenix
who
Wright
is
is not
evil.
perfect.
This is true. But as the judge, your witness, just said before he went wherever he went, he does have plot armor.
I saw him going
He-
to the back rooms.
Oh, the back rooms
I don't know
are
what
like
he's doing
behind
back
the.
there.
Okay, as long as
Ow.
it's not the back rooms. But no, Phoenix Wright has been given 2 strikes, and even when he's out, according to the judge, he says he still finds a way to win. So I would still count that as just ridiculous victories and plot armor, even landslide, because
Oh,
landslides
absolutely.
come out of nowhere. It doesn't have to be a victory the whole way through. It can just be a last
Did you see
second
he
just
pulled a
destruction.
carrot to the stands? Absolutely ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Your Honor, this witness was prosecuted at one point.
I'm being prosecuted right now, aren't I?
Well, no, technically,
No.
Mr. Wright is being prosecuted. You are safe this time.
I'm being excommunicated. That's what's happening.
Judge, the defense is bullying my witness.
We're fine with a bit of bullying as a treat.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yay!
I just wanted to do that.
That's understandable.
Okay, so if I have this straight,
Mhm.
Phoenix Wright has gone through a lot of actions that could be seen as other experiences of plot armor, such as calling a parrot to the stand and somehow making that work.
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, does a parrot seem to be an unfit witness if it had witnessed the crime and is
I
able
think it's
to
an
attest to
unfit
that?
witness for an unfit attorney. Mm-hmm.
I would like to point out that parents don't usually talk. They usually parrot the word said. So someone could have easily told the parrot what to say, and the parrot just said it.
Mhm.
So
Your Honor,
Phoenix
That's
could have
not
easily
very
told
fair.
him,
Parrots are highly intelligent animals.
"Polly, want a cracker?"
They're able to learn patterns and recognize people.
So are
Therefore, I
people.
think they are fit for a court case.
Objection.
Unless Mr. Wright used crackers to bribe said witness.
Your Honor, how do you know he had crackers?
Your Honor, how do you know he doesn't?
How do you know he didn't?
Yes.
Your Honor, check his pockets.
Your Honor, run his
Check your
pockets. Run his pockets.
I would check for pockets, but unfortunately my bailiff isn't in today, so
Check your own pockets.
Your
you know,
Honor,
maybe you
Phoenix
have
Wright told the
crackers.
bailiffs to stay home. That's why there's no bailiff. You also notice there's no jurors. That's
no, bailiffs
that's
and
Mia's
jurors
fault.
were unfortunately not feeling too well, so
I love that I can give
Food
you
poisoning.
angry
Mia did
eyebrows.
it.
It was the raw steak.
It was the raw steak.
unfortunately the steak bites back harder than the harder than the burnt steak.
I think the steak's fighting back right now. Oh.
We really need to get that restaurant shut down.
Your Honor,
Like-
may I present evidence?
Okay.
Nah.
Hold on. I wanted to say the person who was running that restaurant. I read the what is it the
I've been to that restaurant. It's so good.
no what's the thing that's being typed out whenever transcript.
Transcript. Mhm.
I read the transcript from that case. What was the defense attorney on? Like trying to accuse the prosecutor or something? I don't know.
Trying
But,
I
enough
think he
about
was trying
that.
to accuse the prosecutor of collusion and going back in time and framing everything up how they need.
Going back in time travel, that's ridiculous.
Which, weirdly enough,
Remind
sounds
us
like a court
Phoenix
case
would
that Phoenix.
accuse them.
Yep,
I was
that's
about to say,
our
reminds
witnesses
us
on.
of a case of a certain someone would take.
Yes,
Your Honor,
and
how
he
do we
would
know
win
time
it.
travel is real?
Well, we know because I went back in time once.
I was about to say I
Uh-uh.
didn't sign up to judge timey-wimey.
You know,
Yes.
technically, when you look into your memories, you're going back in time.
My memories.
You may be seeing back in time.
Yeah.
but that
Into my
not count as
memories.
going back in time.
Eh. Well, how do you know if you're asleep and you're dreaming of your memories that you didn't go back in time? You don't know where your body is.
Time
Well, you
to
don't
the
know where it is
good
either.
old
Your Honor,
days.
I'd like to accuse everyone in this courtroom of being silly billies.
Your Honor, does that mean Smug is guilty? Again?
Your Honor, this case has nothing to do with that case.
Let's get focused back on the case at hand. So, where did we leave off?
Your Honor,
Back through.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely lost it too.
I think we've lost the plot.
I believe
Sure.
you're about to give a guilty verdict to that criminal Phoenix Wright.
That does sound right.
Well, I think what I was going to do is. Anyways, so
Ooh,
let's go back
supercharged.
to the witness at hand.
Your Honor, my brain hurts.
Well, then you can take a rest.
Yeah, I'm about to say I have no more questions for the witness.
Defendant,
I did
did
a
you
good
have any
job.
questions for that witness?
No, I'm good.
All right. Then I shall ask for one final time. Is there any evidence either side wish to present before closing statements?
Sadly, I have presented all the evidence I am allotted, even though I do have more that could work for this case, but I will adhere to the law, and
Fire.
since I can't use more than 5.
The
Your
law
Honor,
of fives. Where you only
I have a
present
strong
5
argument
evidences.
and only have one piece of evidence presented.
That
Your
is
Honor, I
true,
am
but it
being
also
abused.
does show that there have been certain cases where Phoenix Wright has been able to slip out when things have been completely against him.
Your
Indeed.
Honor, I would like to present this unclear referendum.
What?
Can someone define what a referendum is?
I don't
You
know. It
vote
says you
for or
vote for.
against?
No, we're just
What
gonna
exactly?
improv this one.
Okay.
A referendum is a general vote by the electorate on a single political question that has been referred to them for a direct decision.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Your
Give me a
Honor,
second.
it sounds like Attorney Smug over there is trying to say that the guilty non-guilty vote is rigged against their favor, no matter how you look at it, and they're pleading for unfair trial, which does not seem fair
Your
at all
Honor,
to you.
unclear referendum does not point to an unfair trial. It points to the fact that sometimes there is not a
nailed
clear
him.
outcome.
Hmm.
I feel like the clear outcome is he has plot armor.
I mean, could it be plot armor or could it just be skill?
He is the main character of his video game, Your Honor. I believe plot armor is
Your Honor,
implied
I would
more
like
so.
to present this encrypted USB key of the
Breaking
prosecutor's
news.
search history.
Oh,
Wait, what? Show myself.
that's
Damn it.
the prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth.
Your Honor,
Miles
It's
Edgeworth
his
out
salt
there,
bay.
the
yes, it
prosecutor
is.
is Miles
Hold on.
Edgeworth.
Order.
Incorrect.
Order. I wish to ask the journalist a question.
Yes.
Journalist, do you perhaps know the connection between
Miles
prosecutor
Edgeworth.
Miles Edgeworth and defendant Phoenix Wright?
No, sir.
Hmm. I was hoping you would be able to enlighten why Miles Edgeworth would show up dressed like Salt Bae when it came to Phoenix Wright.
Your Honor,
It's because he's salty.
just like Miles Edgeworth, the prosecutor here is trying to convict Phoenix Wright of being guilty of rigging court cases.
Hmm.
The evidence is stacked against him, though, Your Honor. You've seen it. You've heard the
Although-
testimonies. You tell me how that
Miles
works.
Edgeworth is been known to lie during his defense in court
This
cases.
is
That is true.
there
Miles
have
has been.
records of him falsifying
This is the story
testaments.
of a guy.
Even
He does.
what are they called from hospitals?
Medical records.
Blood bags.
Well, not just medical records. it was
Fingerprints?
like
Autopsy.
autopsy
Autopsy.
reports.
Ah,
Falsifying bodies.
Yes, how he would falsify
Falsifying
autopsy reports in
bodies.
order to get guilty verdicts.
Your
This
Honor, I
we
don't
do
think we
know
can
about
trust this
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
prosecution due to the fact that he
Miles
may be
Edgeworth
connected
caught
to Miles
falsifying a
Edgeworth.
body.
I'm most certainly not connected to Miles Edgeworth.
Do you have any evidence against that?
I have already noted that I have presented all the evidence I'm allowed to. I cannot.
Do you
Sadly.
have any evidence proving that this prosecutor could be connected to Miles Edgeworth?
Your
Defendant
Honor,
Smug?
this
I
is not
presented the
recommended.
encrypted USB key.
That supposedly
which
holds
was
my
taken
search
from
history.
The prosecutor's computer. And it has chat logs between the prosecutor and Miles Edgeworth.
Let
Isn't
it be-
Miles-
Let it be known,
Goodness,
sir.
Can you confirm for me? Isn't Miles Edgeworth like Phoenix Wright's rival and friend?
Yes,
Sometimes.
always.
Well, I mean, I think they were rivals to begin with, but then like Phoenix Wright took on a case to help Miles Edgeworth get off the defendant stand, or the the client side.
Miles Edgeworth was convicted of murder.
And
It's true.
Phoenix Wright was able to prove him not guilty. Am I correct?
Yes, by killing the prosecutor.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Bruh, you didn't tell me about that?
defendant, do you have
Your Honor?
evidence against this?
Do you have evidence for it?
Your Honor, the prosecutor does not have any evidence for this, therefore it is slander.
You would call slander, wouldn't you? But would not saying that I'm in cahoots with Miles also be slander?
Nuh-uh, because I have search history to back it up.
Nope. Those chat logs, bud, are a Discord RP server.
Outing yourself. Yikes.
I mean, to be fair, if he is outing himself, then he is willing to put his own personal reputation on the line. And let's be
He's
honest,
outing
Discord
himself
RP
in the
servers
pursuit of
are
truth,
not
justice, and
worth
the
it.
law.
Nope.
All right,
It was definitely a mistake, Your Honor. They got really weird with it. I was not comfortable.
okay. We'll enter closing arguments, and then I'll give my thoughts on the case, and I will pass a verdict. We will start with the prosecutor. Please
Yes,
share your closing statement.
I believe that throughout this trial, even with all the back and forth, there has been substantial evidence and testimony from both witnesses, even the defendant's own witness, that Miles Phoenix Wright most certainly does have plot armor, seeing as the judge himself from those cases said that he definitely has plot armor. So I feel like this is a very cut and dry case, and there's no argument here, Your Honor. That is all.
All right.
Your Honor,
Defendant?
you yourself said this is not a cut and dry case.
Well, clearly there's
Therefore, the
been more information in this
prosecutor's
case than I had thought.
Therefore, the prosecutor's case cannot be true. But, that aside, Phoenix Wright is renowned for being a great defense attorney.
One of the best.
Hey guys,
Correct.
look how far I can throw this paper airplane.
And do you think people would recommend an amateur who's
Yes.
just throwing around evidence
I keep
and
throwing around
getting
paper airplanes.
lucky in order to win cases? Or would you think they would rather put their trust in somebody who they know will put in the work and has the skill and knowledge to get it done, and get it done properly, in the name of justice?
In the name of Jesus.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit evidence of a Nintendo DS with an action replay that only has Phoenix Wright code saves on it. There's clearly cheating.
Your Honor,
Your Honor, I'm going to point out that action replays come with a preloaded list of multitude of games.
Well, we will enter my final statement on how this case went and
Your Honor, I'd like to
how
point out
I
my
will
awesome
be
paper
judged.
airplane skills.
First off, I'd like to thank our journalist over there for showing great news about how things have went in this case and the connection between Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright. And now I will look at the cases presented and provide a verdict. Start. All of the information provided that seems to be rather difficult cases, such as the murder where the samurai was completely obvious as to what people thought was he was the one who did it, was in fact
Your Honor.
someone else completely different, with
Your-
expertly placed evidence between the torn comic book and the katana, such as being the murder weapon, and the comic book showing that while Phoenix Wright could have been lucky to find those items, however, he spent multiple days on point building a proper case. That's not dedication and skill, then I really don't know what is. Well, I do agree the friendship bracelet and the city being stuck at frozen lights may have been a bit luck-based and not exactly focused on his skill. The other cases he seems to have been on have been just him doing what is right. So I will say, as the judge presiding over this case, Phoenix Wright is right, and he will be let go to continue his journey as a defense attorney.
I call shenaniganery.
with plot armor.
Pure shenaniganery. Plot armor
Oh,
reigns
plot
supreme.
I knew whoever I judged it would be plot armor.
Good shit.
I think the ruling was fair on that one.
I
think
call
so, too.
plot armor.
Actually, my opinion does not matter in this case. I am the defense. Wait, we do need a prosecutor.
Don't want to make me do it again. I don't want you to keep.
Floof, you should be Wait, Katsu should be prosecutor, Floof defense.
Ooh, yeah. Because I don't think they've been either.
I
No,
have been
Floof has
both.
been defense.
I,
you've
the only
been
one I
both?
haven't been is journalist.
I feel like that could be fun though.
Okay.
Who hasn't been defense?
I'll take the defense role. Pone can
Oh
go to
God,
witness.
here we go again. No, no. Both
Alright.
options were bad for me.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yay.
I'm ready for this. I've been in this situation before. I can do
That's
this.
okay, Dungeon. I'm on your side this time.
I've played these games before.
Nah.
I have played these games before.
I'm actually
On my
gonna
face.
write down notes
Yeah,
so
I-
that
Your Honor,
I can actually remember what it is at the end, and so I'm not just like,
Your Honor, make sure in those notes you put out that the journalists did say that they are on the defendant's side, which seems like collusion.
Oh no, no, no! I'm on the defense side and the prosecution side.
journalist
I just want a fun trial.
may be biased.
I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna take this as seriously as I have been. I'm gonna try to joke around with it.
Joker.
Yes.
Joker from Persona 5?
Where's the Joker?
Hatsune Miku!
You'll never see it coming.
I've
love
never.
that song.
reaction seeing Hatsune Miku in the new Sonic game.
Oh yeah, I love it. I didn't know Hatsune Miku had a Magic the Gathering card, and now I might be making some
Oh, yeah, it
bad
came out like
financial
a year ago or
decisions.
something.
Yeah,
Yo,
I never
you
knew.
guys, have you guys seen the trailer for the new Sonic racing game coming out? That's gonna have Hatsune Miku in it.
It
Yee.
has
Dungeon, we just
Hatsune
had this
Miku,
conversation.
Joker from Persona 5, Steve Minecraft,
And the
what's his name from
dude-
Yakuza
yeah.
Like a Dragon?
Ichiban.
And
yeah.
apparently, SpongeBob, Avatar, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles might be coming in too. There's already a level, item, and models for SpongeBob and Patrick apparently.
That's crazy.
And the
I can't
burger
wait.
car is going to be the car. The burger car. The thing's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, the paddy wagon.
Also, I wish to say for the court, can we
Hello.
can we all agree that we're going to play the Sonic racing game and not Mario Kart World?
What do you mean? I play them both.
I'm about to say I can't say that. I've already beaten Mario Kart World.
Damn.
I am too broke for a Switch 2.
That too.
Same here, Your Honor.
I broke my foot working a whole month straight to afford 2 Switch 2s, one for me and one for my mom, and I don't want to do no more work.
Damn, bro, I'm sorry.
That's
That sounds
dedication, bro.
horrible.
Yeah, it sucked.
I'm just waiting.
But at least I got Mario
Because
Kart.
At this point, the only thing I can get a Switch 2 for is to replay some of my favorite games at an actually playable frame rate.
Oh yeah, Pokemon is ridiculously
wait,
playable now. I'm so happy about that.
Hatsune Miku.
No.
Using my vocals. I'm not even that musically inclined. Honestly, if
Right?
Hatsune Miku used my vocals, I would be absolutely okay with it.
Order. All right,
I mean, Hatsune Miku VTuber.
prosecutor, would you like to start with your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. So today I am going to present to you a case of Hatsune Miku using the vocals of Floof without any credit or permission. As you know, Your Honor, that is highly unprofessional in every sense of the word.
Idea.
And today I am going to show exactly what what they have done and how they are guilty.
Thank you for your opening statement.
Why is one of the witnesses a little
Vince?
girl? Why do I gotta do a little girl voice?
Bro, I hope you're ready.
I'm not.
You're going with the Hatsune Miku fan. All right, so
So I'm playing myself.
First off, I just want to say I'm absolutely honored to be representing Hatsune Miku in court. Big fan. But the main thing I want to be clearing up is that Hatsune Miku is a very talented singer and vocalist, and there would be no reason for such a talented vocal artist to require Floof's vocals without credit and permission. So I feel like Hatsune Miku does have a bit of a high-pitched voice, which can kind of be confused with the Floof's floofing for communication. So the only thing I feel like instead of vocals, it'd be more of like background music of Floof's floofing happily instead of more vocals. But I believe I do have evidence to prove that consent was given for the Floof's voice, as well as a bit of a collab plan for Floof and Hatsune Miku to make a song together.
All right. Thank you for your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Prosecutor,
So,
present your evidence.
I will state that Hatsune Miku is very talented, but as you can see, Your Honor, this is a damaged charger used to power up Hatsune Miku and all of her different programs. As you can see, it is damaged, therefore caused the surge, damaging her programs to the point that her vocals just go beyond saving. And to make up for this, she illegally used Floof's vocals without asking, without permission, and without any credit.
That is damning evidence. Defense, what is your response?
So my response to the Floof's vocals being used due to the damaged charger, making it to where it can only work at really one specific angle, and as such, Hatsune Miku's vocals being damaged. I wish to provide this this power outage that happened around that time. So while Hatsune Miku may have been plugged in, no power was able to go to Hatsune Miku at the time. So there would be no way to record her audio for that time to make this song. So I do feel like the song recording that may have been used is unreleased and is now being leaked for the public to see in a cruel fashion before any credit or permission could be recorded on the audio file.
Let me get this right. You're saying due to the power outage, that is why the charger is damaged, and thus it was not able to be recorded properly?
No, Your Honor. The charger was already damaged, but a power outage made it to where Hatsune Miku, even if they were connected to the charger, was unable to be powered because there was no power in the area. So the fraction that was recorded with Floof's vocals is not a public release, and as such has no credits or permissions attached to it.
I see.
Your Honor, I have evidence that I would like to present.
All right. Permission granted.
As you can see by these balls, there was a power surge, like with the power outage happening, therefore causing the damage.
Prosecutor, whose balls do you have?
Kaito's.
Where are my balls, Katsu?
Apologies. Who's Kaito?
He's the
So-
male Vocaloid.
Oh, the yellow
That
one.
was an accident.
Nope, that's Rin. The blue one.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
the
dark
tall
blue.
blue one. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
understood.
why do you present these balls to the court today?
That's a good question.
The proof of the power surge, Your Honor.
And proof of the power.
God, look at my nose.
He does have a lot of power in those balls.
They're very energizing.
My roommate's like, excuse you?
The fuck?
Prosecutor, that's crazy. Defense.
Breaking news!
Oh, hold on.
Breaking news. D's nuts.
Oh.
So, this audio recording that's being shared with the court of one of Hatsune Miku's unreleased songs, the floof Hatsune Miku was planning on sharing it with the floof as a surprise collab, if I may present evidence,
Go ahead.
in a surprise move. You see, the floofs are addicted to Hatsune Miku, and Miku loves how adorable these creatures are. So, as a big surprise, Hatsune Miku wanted to invite Floof to join with vocals. But unfortunately, due to the power outage, they weren't able to make it happen at the proper date, as such causing the audio file with Floof's vocals included to be unreleased. So while Floofs just love Hatsune Miku, unfortunately, they weren't able to act on it. And as such, that's why the unreleased audio file has no credits for Floof's voice and the permission mark on the audio file, on the records.
Alright. I would like to see the prosecutor's witness to the stand. Prosecutor, what evidence do you have against this?
Can you go ahead and state your name and occupation for the court?
Yes. I am an amateur detective. My name is. Hang on, I was trying to. What was the name of what is it? Mia Fey? Mia Fey. Yeah, Mia Fey.
Yeah, we got
Oh my
the
God, they're
medium.
all
Got it.
intertwined.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I'm an amateur
Can you
detective.
go ahead and tell us what you were investigating and your findings?
What's our argument again? Okay. Yes, I was investigating to see about the claims of Hatsune Miku using Floof's vocals without credit and permission. I was having trouble finding any record of permission being granted of any kind. No receipts, no messages online, no nothing. Just one day, there was Floof's vocals with the Miku's thing. No lead up, no build up, no nothing. Just there it is.
As you can see, Your Honor, there's no credit, there was no permission ever given, and while I can understand that it was a surprise collab, I believe that you should credit and get permission from people before you post that thing online.
That's a good point. Defense, what do you have to say to this?
Well, my own statement is that this was never posted online. It was unreleased, an unreleased audio. So I begin to wonder how the prosecutor got their hands on this unreleased audio of Hatsune Miku with Floof's vocals in it. It was a surprise. It was supposed to be something to share with everyone when the time was right, but because the power outage, it was supposed to be delayed. I don't know how the prosecutor got their hands on this audio file.
Prosecution, can you please detail how you got this file?
So a dude stared at me on the subway and gave it to me.
So what you're saying is
Breaking
it wasn't
news.
released to the public.
Considering that somebody in the public had it, and I was also given to it in public, therefore
Does
it
that
was
suggest?
public.
Do you know that this man was distributing more than just to you?
Yes, he had like many copies, and he's claimed to work for Hatsune Miku. I believe his name was Gakupo.
What was his name?
Gakupo. He is the purple Vocaloid.
Oh, okay. I wasn't able to hear the name quite well.
So you're good. Yeah.
I'm gonna call this child
Guacamole?
to the stand.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
why. What do you have to
So I
say?
should cry.
Those aren't crying. Those aren't tears. Those are Hatsune Miku face ribbons.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm just sad because I was supposed to see Miku in concert, but this court delayed the concert, and I can't get a refund. I just wanted to see my aunt.
Your Honor, may I ask that you do not hit my witness? They're just trying to share their side of the story.
Your Honor, I may ask that you
You
hit the
deserve a
witness harder.
bonk for that. So do you.
No.
That's fair enough. I deserve that.
And
Why
Floof,
did I
so-
get bonked?
I don't leave you out, so
May you share your name for the court?
My name is Miku. I had my mom change it legally to match my idol.
that's crazy.
Oh,
That-
God.
That's some real dedication. I'm certain Miku
What is
would
your
absolutely
occupation?
love
I believe
to hear
that's
that.
called obsession.
What
But
is your occupation?
I want to ask.
I'm a child.
Have you?
My
good
occupation
enough.
is child.
Defense, please give some evidence to the court.
Of course. So, this subway ticket you found. In order to go into the subway, you witnessed this this purple man giving speed drives out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Purple guy.
Hold up. I want to pause for just a second. When the evidence of the subway ticket was presented, the defendant made a very upset face. Why would that be?
Because more than likely, I believe my witness here was trying to go to the Hatsune Miku concert, and their subway ticket was their way to get there. They were going to go there by train, but it was interrupted by them having witnessed the purple man going and giving out hard drives saying there's special files on them.
But
I'm
why
assuming these
would
special files were the
Miku
unreleased audio.
herself be displeased with that evidence being presented if it was indeed to defend her?
I mean, if you think that you have someone here who's trying to make a lot of people happy, and then one of their youngest fans having their dreams crushed and now having to stand in front of jurors and you, Your Honor.
But
You
look, it's
imagine
Hatsune
how-
Miku.
Yes, but Hatsune Miku has emotions as well. And to think that one of their greatest fans now has to stand here. Would it not upset you, Your Honor?
I guess that's a fair point. Prosecution, do you have anything to say?
I have this sketchbook that has like actually plans like sketched out of basically stealing the vocals and colluding with Gakupo to have this released to the public, so that way she could try to have her name protected and not smeared and accused of doing this without permission and credit.
So are you saying Gakupo was used as essentially a middleman?
Middleman or in cahoots, Your Honor.
So
What is damning
Nakupo was in the middle to protect. You're
He-
saying Nakupo
me-
was the middleman to protect Hatsune Miku on releasing this?
Basically,
Breaking
Miku
news.
had
Breaking news.
wanted to release it without giving credit and permission,
God damn.
and had
No!
and had worked with Gakupo to release it and claimed that it was like a leak or something of the sort.
Oh,
Are you
God.
sure it was Nakupo and not William Afton, killer of children? I mean, this picture of this purple guy does match William Afton.
Prosecution, are you in
That's
cahoots with William Afton?
I plead the fifth, Your Honor.
Prosecution.
Oh, I
Prosecution,
please
what is your
don't-
affiliation
Oh
with
my
120 Fazbear?
goodness!
Jeez. First she's a
The
floof.
direction
Now
this
she's
took.
working with William Afton. What will Katsu not do?
Defense.
All the
Your Honor,
crimes.
this I can prove who I saw on the subway. I have their passport.
Go ahead.
As you can see, this is clearly Gakupo's passport.
I have nothing to hide.
Your Honor, I wish to present some evidence.
All right. Let's see what you
I
got.
may or may not have found a sticky page book filled with blood,
Oh.
filled with children's names that may have been killed around the location of the person found.
Why is the book sticky?
It's blood. We had it tested.
I recognize the
I
notebook.
do think in
The weird
I-
purple
I
guy
do
had
think
it.
in fact that William Afton is
Oh.
involved in this.
Your Honor, I have more evidence of you.
Go ahead.
So I found for my detective, whenever they were sneaking around, they found this
Ping
weird
as usual, I see.
costume with like, why? Oh, I can't present like getting more evidence. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
already
after
did
5, it's done.
Damn. Well, I have this incognito costume which was found at Miku's place.
Can you
It
present
has,
it
like,
to the
this
court?
weird- Yes, it has like this weird like contraption on the inside, and as you can see, the outside is like this little. Was it a purple bunny?
Objection, Your Honor. Miku doesn't have a place. She lives in our Wi-Fi.
True, she even thinks
That
about
is
it.
It's
true.
very true.
It's a
Your
virtual
Honor,
house.
Wait,
My
no, Your Honor,
client
does
she's
not have a
hiding in our
house.
Wi-Fi.
They
Prosecutor,
live
yeah,
on
you
the
have to say
internet.
with
They
us.
live in Wi-Fi.
They just hop.
No,
Wow.
no, she's hiding in our Wi-Fi. She doesn't live there.
She does.
Oh, right. He's
Are you
hiding in
telling
our
me or asking
Wi-Fi.
me?
Nailed it.
I'm saying, what is the truth, Your Honor?
Defense, can
Mm-hmm.
you please present your final evidence?
Of course. So the last thing I wish to present is, I have many good options here, but I do want to bring it back to
Before you
where
go.
a Hatsune Miku is being accused of using a flute vocals without credit and permission.
I was
I do wanna
watching
bring
the
it to
paper
that.
airplane.
Because
Continue.
I want to say that the distribution of the audio, we've already proven, was not planned by Hatsune Miku, because the person distributing it, Mr. William Afton, did have ulterior motives to try to lure children out, such as my witness. You
Would you
know,
like
my
to
witness.
call
the
your witness to the
absurdity
stand?
of Hatsune Miku's audio files being distributed by William Afton.
To lure out my witness here, being an actual child, William Afton was luring them out with unreleased audio files that Hatsune Miku wanted to do a surprise collaboration with the floof.
Can
And
you attest to the distributor being William Afton?
I
Who's
don't
the
know
man
who
in
that
white
is,
suit
but
and
he
blue
is a
purple?
weird purple dude. He's like all purple. His skin didn't look okay. He dropped a weird notebook. I think it was the same one that he had earlier.
the one with the blood in it.
I would also like to point out that Miku can't be at fault for any of this. You have to buy the rights to use Miku music, so whoever buys it can do whatever. So technically, this purple dude could have done it. Can I go back to listening to Miku now?
No.
Oh,
Prosecutor,
Yes.
do you have anything to say about this?
Miku, you can call me Miku.
No, Your Honor.
With hair
She's guilty.
black tie, hiding in your
Vince.
Wi-Fi.
Can you bring up your final statement?
I do wish to present this party hat that was going to be used for attire for Hatsune Miku and the flute to be used in the music video.
Okay.
However, clearly as we can see, there is no video that was supposed to be used with the full release. So what was planned for the release with the video of the flute and Hatsune Miku, obviously we can see it is not finished because it's only an out of context audio clip of the floof and Hatsune Miku's vocals. So I wish to say
that the product that was released, or I put product in quotation marks here, Your Honor, was not the finished product, and as such, being unreleased, usually you do not find credits in work in progress pieces. Usually you have references. And unfortunately, they were still in the middle of making it when the power outage went out. So obviously someone on the inside did have access to those recordings.
I think that's enough yapping.
No.
Amateur detective.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to be completely honest.
Okay.
Do you know who William Afton is?
Yes.
Do any of us truly know who William Afton is?
Serial
Or
murderer,
William.
dresses as a bunny, has weird purple
William
skin
Afton?
from
So-
decay.
Like the animatronic from Dead by Daylight?
So, what would you say to be true about William Afton?
He's a great businessman.
Silence.
Well, he definitely did kill those kids and did a lot of
Do we know that for
disturbing
sure, though?
things to supposedly bring back one of his kids. I don't know the truth
Please don't.
behind that, though. There's been a lot of stories. But we do know for sure that he is just walking around as a rotting corpse person and has a
And-
bunny
That's
suit.
They're
That's
still
also weird.
Depending on Scott
If
Cawthon.
someone
I'm trying to figure
is-
out how the murderer got into Dead by Date. Well, I guess it is a murderer game, but at the same time, like giving him a platform does not seem smart.
Yeah. But considering all the things he's done, what would be another word for him being responsible
Guilty.
for? Correct.
Wait, what?
Fuck!
Oh yeah. Right now, guilty. Forgot the Afton wasn't on trial. Let's go, Miku.
Oh, no.
Miku, Miku.
Let's
you
go,
can call me
Miku.
Miku.
I'm not fit to be a judge now. No.
William Afton is guilty.
Like that.
Hatsune
Correct.
Miku is innocent. I did my
Guilty,
job.
sure, guilty.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have to call it there.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, we've been streaming for a bit now.
How long has it been?
All right.
Oh yeah, 3 hours.
Like
Three
three
hours.
A little more, three.
3
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, close
Count.
to 3.
I'll take one case win. I'll take one.
Of you.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Ah,
We should definitely do this again another time.
Good times had by all.
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Back to Discord.
Yes, back to Discord. Discord.
All right, all you lovely folks. Dinner should be here soon, so I should get ready to have dinner, then go weightlifting after.
Alrighty.
It's a good idea, yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys for doing this. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was a ton of fun.
Thanks for setting up another one.
Mhm.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
Biggest note to myself: don't take the game seriously.
No.
That's what I've been telling you.
While replicating Phoenix Wright is funny, it is funny to just shitpost.
Yeah.
So,
It's always best to
That-
shitpost.
Oh my God, Kat. Wait, I never saw your "you should shout" objection once.
You did it, so it worked out.
That was completely on my own volition.
Objection.
so the thing that
Collusion.
I wanted, I was going to say at the end, which probably would have gotten me guilty, was that like I represented the entity before. They're chill. Don't worry.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't have worked for you.
It would have worked against me in every way. If I had said, yeah, don't worry, I represented the entity before. William Afton's cool. I was gonna say that at the end, but then we transitioned into not guilty.
And then I hit the wrong button.
Were you going to say Hatsune Miku was guilty?
I mean, it's William Afton.
Well, I mean, it wasn't William Afton on case.
Right.
It was
William Afton was
it was
guilty, but
Hatsune
Miku was not.
Miku.
William Afton paid for it.
What? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
You voted correctly.
I mean,
it's
hey,
okay.
I don't know, man. I just
I'll-
work here.
I'll take a I'll take a 1. One is good for me out of 3 cases.
Your dungeon needed that win.
Mhm.
I would have been surprised if it was like guilty on Hatsune Miku. It would have been like, damn, I guess Hatsune Miku all along she was making music to lure in children. She is phone guy.
Hatsune Miku is the man behind the slaughter.
My eyes won't stop watering. I forced the crying thing to work for the child, and it just won't stop watering now.
Bro,
You broke your tear duct.
Yeah.
I think this session had some of the best witnesses.
Mhm.
I can't
agree.
wait. I can't
Most-
wait to see the
most
video
definitely.
on YouTube.
Oh, I can't wait
No,
either. It's gonna be
no.
amazing.
I will 100% edit this.
I think the fun thing that I should ask Kat is what cases do you think made it to YouTube? That's the question.
I feel like the Miku one probably did.
Miku one would be good.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
We have to have like the random William Afton jump scare in the middle of it. Bro just showed up out of nowhere because I forgot
Hard
the
pivot to William Afton.
yeah, I forgot the purple VTuber's name, so I'm just like I just called him Purple Guy.
Purple guy.
It started the ball rolling. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so glad I didn't.
I only knew Miku, so I'm like trying to learn the rest of the Vocaloids, so I had no clue who
Yeah.
any of them were.
Here's the thing, I used to watch like the VMDs of like the MMDs, you know,
Yeah.
when people take like editing animations and they did a lot of Miku animations and they did a lot of the Vocaloids for that. So it was like VMMDs of like funny meme videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching a lot of those. So I knew the characters, but I didn't know their names.
Yeah, I can recognize the characters from things like the little anime they had in Japan too, where they were like little chibis. That thing was cute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But like I had no
I
clue
would-
what the names were, so I'm sitting here going, "What's the name? Huh? What?"
I was so ready for Kat in the middle of it to when I said, yeah, I'm a big fan of Hatsune Miku. And then I asked, wait, who is that character? I was so ready for Kat to go, you're not actually a big fan. What are you on about?
I'm a fan.
I
of
was so
Miku.
ready
I
to
don't
be
know,
called
that's
out.
You can be
I know
fan of
Miku,
Miku.
obviously Miku Beam and everything,
Yeah.
but
Mi-
like the
Miku-
others,
Miku and
not
her
so much.
backup.
I just want to say Mega and Luca is better.
Get out of here!
Ah,
And the room falls
Guilty.
silent.
Guilty verdict right here.
guilty.
DLC
This is
courtroom
Guilty of
fine.
case.
having good taste in music.
Thank you for the
My-
follow dungeon.
Hey,
If everybody drops their links into the group chat, I will give everybody follows, and I need to
Yeah.
give everybody shoutouts.
I'm doing that
just,
right
uh,
now.
oh, my cheeks hurt from laughing now.
Oh, this is fun.
It is.
Ah,
It's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
I
you,
had a-
Michael.
I had a bit of a hiccup, and I apologize for my mood souring a bit. But
That's okay. It's because you didn't finish your workout.
Happens.
well, it's not that I didn't finish my workout. It's just
Trying
that
to give you an out dungeon.
no, like I took things too seriously when I shouldn't have.
That's okay. It
It
happens.
happens. It's
Yeah.
courtroom case.
Yeah.
Gotta have some of that dungeon,
Like,
dungeon drama, the courtroom drama.
Dungeon
Mhm.
drama. Courtroom, dungeon, same difference.
Yeah, I get familiar with Phoenix Wright, and I try focusing on like, hey, think of that. I try focusing on that style of court cases, and
This is not a Phoenix Wright game dungeon.
yeah, it's
This is-
not.
This is barely halfway of a courtroom.
Yeah, we are not fit to be a courtroom.
Yeah, I took the acting role too seriously when I shouldn't have. I was acting for a drama movie. That's the best way to explain it, if you ask me.
It
Yeah.
How
happens.
good.
Hang on, how do I? My computer doesn't want to load. Smug, how do I do your Twitch name?
It should just be Smug the Reaper, no caps, no spaces.
No caps, no spaces. Okay. I don't know why I was typing
No cap?
underscores.
Sometimes I do underscores, so it's a little confusing.
Because you have it like that on X, I think.
Yes, I do.
So that should work. Yep. There we go. All right, cool.
All right, I'm gonna go rest my cheeks. You guys have yourselves a good day.
Yep. I'm gonna go
You
get
as
some.
well.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yep.
See you
Bye-bye.
guys.
See you guys
Bye-bye.
around.
Did I go into solo chat? I shouldn't be in the call anymore. No, I'm still in the call. Hang on. Yes, confirm, please. All right, there we go. Now I'm back in my own Discord again. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. That was a good time. I have a friend invite. Was it Smug? It is Smug. I love these people. These people are really fun to play with. The V3 crew so far has been really chill in all 3 of the times that I've played games with them. Well, 4 actually, because Jackbox. This is my 4th time doing a collab with these guys. Not all the same people, but like this was mostly the same group from the last Guilty as Sock. Except for, I don't remember if Smug was there. I don't think Smug was there. I think Smug wasn't able to make it. I don't remember. I'm tired. I forgot to stream Friday, even though I could have sworn I was streaming. Then again, I might have been streaming. I don't know. The VOD's gone for game night. It's not there. It acted like I never streamed. I don't know. I could have sworn I raided into turtles at the end of the night. I don't know what's going on. So I need to figure that out. I need to make a thumbnail. I need to get all this stuff done. Have a good internet. It looks like my boy Caden is still live. I'm gonna double check that, and we might raid into my boy. I have way too many tabs open right now, so I was looking at Miku Magic the Gathering cards. Dude, there's like $500+ worth of Miku cards, all kinds of different ones, Japanese and English, and I will never financially recover from this. It is a problem, if I do say so myself. All right, live channels. Where's my boy? Because it says on my OBS that he's live, but I do not see him. He is not live. My OBS is lying. All right, Turtles is playing GeoGuessr. We're gonna raid into Turtles. So have a good internet. Peace out. We're gonna raid Turtles in gaming, and I'm gonna go get me some food. Bye, internet. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern for the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, and then I'll see you again at 4 p.m. for my stream with Fortnite, where I will be playing with Matt and Crystal like normal, but Caden will be there this time. So that'll be fun, getting Caden to play with us again. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'll see you guys here in like, what, 11.5 hours? Yeah, I'll see you in 11.5 hours. Peace out. Boop, boop.